recording.
Okay.
But I watched Birdie Wing. Birdie Wing was pretty chill.
It's called like the let's see if it'll work. Little mousey mouse. Okay.
Are you quieter than normal, or is it me?
I don't know. My mic's really close to my mouth.
I
It
don't
could
know
be me
why.
though. I can turn myself up if need be.
I don't know why it would be you. You're just quieter than the game. Nope, that's not. No. Why am I doing it this way? Volume mixer. There we go. Bottom right corner. No, it's as loud as Discord's as loud as it usually is for me.
I can turn myself up if you want to kick me.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have to kick you from Parsec for you to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What a great way to start a recording.
Okay, I want to turn myself up to like 80 and let's see how that works. Hold on. Let's check real quick. It was like fine earlier before I left.
I mean, it might just also be the volume in which you are like speaking, and not just your proximity to the microphone.
Yeah, I can speak a little louder if need be. I can project. Okay, I was in theater at one point. Okay, how was that?
That's better. That's much better.
Okay. Just had to bump it up from 70 to 80.
Yeah. You gotta be like clearly above the game, you know, so it's easy to distinguish from the game audio. And I already have the game audio's level set to a specific like part. It's the bottom save file, remember?
No, but okay.
So you can also look at the playtime and recognize, oh, it's not 32 hours.
Oh, okay. True. Okay, right, and we fixed the little girl's brain.
Yes,
right?
you went into Mizuki's mind, and you put together a torn family photo. She tore a family photo because like her family life sucks. And you put it together in her brain.
Fucking shame, girl. I feel you. Oh my god, my mouth is full. Oops.
Make her feel a little bit better about her situation, you know, since her mom is dead in front of her.
I bet you pulled that ice pick out of her eye socket too, man.
Oh yeah, it's like yeah. It's obvious at this point. A binder. Congratulations, you found a binder.
Oh, so cool, man.
It's the sync mod manual.
Blue, do you mind?
That's what I'm saying to Ignatius right now.
I swear, Blue hears me talking and he's like, hi, are you talking to me? Oh, and you're eating something? Ooh, yummy. Luke, I'm a face, bro.
The monitor is turned off.
Damn, boss looking fine as fuck,
yeah,
bro.
what a weird outfit, though.
Yeah, it's like, look at those shoes.
I more so think like the one-piece dress, and I'm just like, why?
Because she can, because she's a boss-ass bitch, bro.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just like, I'm perpetually that weird person who, when I see like skirts that are that short, I'm like, just why? Like, what's the point?
Look, you gotta make your legs, because it makes your legs look long. Like, sometimes, like, I'll wear skirts, and, like, I don't like wearing skirts and dresses that go to, like, right at my knees, because, like, they make me look shorter. so wear shorter skirts and shorter dresses because it makes me look, my legs look longer.
Yeah, but
Makes me
like,
look a little taller. Oh,
yeah, but like mid thigh, I feel like makes more sense than quarter thigh.
hey, we trying to look sexy as fuck, man. I mean, gotta make that booty
How
look
would
nice.
I know?
Okay,
We
bitch.
still don't have enough information. Continue your investigation, Special Agent.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, mommy.
No need to report specifics. We saw it all from here in the control room. What the
Basically
Sinker
got to
sees
see
in Somnium
Mizuki's
is
private
projected
life.
here, remember?
It's awkward as
And
fuck.
private thoughts, rather.
I would hate that.
We've got it all recorded.
Isn't it incredible? I invented it.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah, an incredible invasion of privacy.
Anyway, we know about the figure you saw.
Yeah.
I wonder who that could be.
Like, who would it be? I guess, I mean, we really don't. We gotta get her perspective, I guess, first before we start making guesses.
Yeah, I'm glad she's talking again. You healed the wounds in her heart by syncing with her.
What are you doing?
Well, you meaning you and Aiba.
The boss has extraordinary perception. I deserve much of the credit for helping Mizuki recover her voice.
Do Aiba, you bad bitch.
All you
Love
did
you.
was follow my instructions.
Date, Mizuki needs you. Protect her.
Yeah, be a better guardian.
Right,
Ew.
there was something. Hey, Mizuki. When we found you, you were holding the ice pick, right? Can you tell us why?
When I got there, the ice pick was... It was stuck in my mom's eye.
Did not expect her to sound like that.
I couldn't think straight. The only thing I could think was... I had to get it out.
He's a child.
So, you panicked and pulled it out.
Forgot because she's hanging out with 24-year-olds and 18-year-olds. Sorry.
He's mature for her
Yeah.
age.
That's what all men say, okay, when they prey on young girls. You mature for your age.
And you held on to it when you hid in the column.
Yeah.
Okay, just one more question. This is very important. When you pulled out the ice pick, was Shoko's eye still there?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
The eye socket was empty.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mizuki. That was very helpful.
Nice voice. Oh,
Boss
what a
shines in
sweetie
moments like this.
pie. She does. She
doesn't
does.
hesitate to ask anything.
Now we know that Mizuki did not remove the victim's eye.
Why would she? That's her mom. Broken arm in my face. Before I hit you.
When we got
You're
to
gonna
the
get
scene,
spanking.
it was definitely missing.
And it has not yet been recovered. We can therefore conclude it has been removed from the scene.
Boss is staring at Mizuki.
Okay, next. I guess we can. Is there anything over here?
I opened it up. There's some indigenous jewelry from New Guinea. I think this is called a koteka. There's a metal shelf by the wall. A long table.
I want to hit Date over the head with that.
What? Where did that come from?
Many objects are scattered on the table. Yeah, she was very emotionally vulnerable when answering Boss's questions, but just completely stone faced or stone toned when saying she wants to hit Date over the head with a table.
No, I was about to say, like, he peeked into her private thoughts, you know, like, I'd be embarrassed too and want to hit somebody over the head. I'm
Yeah,
just
but she
saying.
trusts him. You can see the sync machine through the window.
Hey, can I pop this cherry?
Ew, inappropriate.
That was not a good one. That was not a good one.
Yeah, everybody's like, the fuck?
Date, you sounded quite proud of that pun. Perhaps you'd like to repeat it?
No thanks. It's not the same as the first time.
I think that was so inappropriate.
A chair.
That was so inappropriate. I'm so grossed out. Ew. Men are disgusting. Ew. Bro, time and place. That is a child, sir. Protect her innocence.
I told you I'm fine.
Really?
So annoying.
She is definitely a fussy
I
12-year-old.
annoyed you already, huh?
The pressure is annoying.
Oh,
What pressure?
Force over area measured in pascals, dummy.
I see she is back to her usual self. Her attitude is within normal parameters.
her attitude.
Yes.
I think I liked her better when she was silent.
That's so rude.
That's why he thought it. You know, he didn't say it out loud. Just Aiba can read his thoughts, you know.
I can't tell you,
Why not?
because I don't want to.
That's not a reason. You were at the scene of the crime because of that Nile message. Whoever sent it to you is a prime suspect.
I don't think she is going to answer. When she is in a mood, it's impossible to get her to talk. That's the kind of girl she is.
Sometimes I think you know her better than I do.
How long do you think I've been observing her?
It's been 4 years now.
Correct. I know things that even you do not know.
Like?
Hey, she's gotta keep a girl secret, okay?
Actually, never mind. Some things I'm better off not knowing.
Exactly. Exactly.
By the way, we already looked into Mizuki's cell phone. Unfortunately, the contents were wiped.
Interesting.
I'm tracing the sender of the Nile message through other means, but it's taking me some time.
Should it take that long?
They mentioned before that Nile has some like security protocols or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm
They,
like,
they basically have to hack into the app's servers.
that's right.
I'm fine now. But I didn't forget your promise.
I promise?
Stu. You said you'd take me.
So you heard that, huh?
Aphonia only affects speech. Her hearing should still be intact.
Sure, Mizuki. When we're all done here.
She's just a sweet angel baby.
Say, Mizuki, who was that figure I saw?
What?
Oh, so it seems like she
Insomnia,
didn't even
in your
see it.
dream. I saw a silhouette.
Date, Mizuki would not understand the question. She does not experience somnium as you do. You are witnessing a dream inside her brain.
Never mind. Did you see anyone at the merry-go-round the night you found Shoko?
I did. I saw someone in the corner past the merry-go-round.
Who did you see?
I don't know. It was dark and raining. They looked scary, so I hid inside the merry-go-round. The door was open a little bit, so I snuck in.
Mizuki's lying in the chair. She seems to be doing okay, but she's got that gloomy look in her eyes.
Oh, yeah, would you?
I sympathize with her.
Oh.
Last night, she saw her mother. Well, she saw what no kid should ever have to see. It will take a while for her to get back to normal. Mizuki's lying in the chair.
Okay, we gotta go talk to this,
You gotta
oh,
talk to
I
Pewter.
almost said a slur. So, you know, it's gay on gay crime, okay?
Sure.
You'd be looking a little fruity, you know?
Aiba is linked to your brain with an artificial nerve. To put it more simply, Aiba is a part of your brain. During syncing, your consciousness is sent into the subject's somnium. Part of Aiba's self is also synced, but only a part. Not all of Aiba's functions are transferred into Somnium.
So that's why Somnium Aiba is so dumb.
Don't call me dumb.
I mean, the implication is that she's smart when she's not in Somnium, right?
I think she's just a little childish, I guess you could say.
I mean, since she has like a human body to mess around with, she gets fun with it.
In a normal dream, the person experiencing the dream cannot remove themselves from it. Dreams are first-person experiences. However, the circumstances are slightly different during a sync. The syncer dives into the subject's mind and experiences their subconscious thoughts. But this dream is experienced as an observer, as though you were watching a play. The subject is the author, director, and actor. The syncer is merely the audience.
His voice actor is like doing a pretty good job. Slay Queen.
The voice actors all do a
Who
good
do you
job.
think the culprit is?
Well, let's see. Perhaps it was you, Special Agent Date.
Okay, calm down.
What?
I'm kidding.
Oh, came back. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, came back. My internet has been cranky all day, and I've just been too lazy to call.
Mine, on the other hand, has not. Significantly less cranky than it was last time. I also fixed the ad break issue.
Oh,
Now it's
that.
like 30 seconds per hour, I think.
So they did reset it. Mhm.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
it was 8 minutes. 8 minutes per hour. That's so many.
That's kind of fucked, bro. I'll be like, do you want to see 8 minutes of ads
no,
per hour?
that's so bad.
And that's not cool, bro.
Not
Okay, that's
cool.
not cool. K-E-W, what was it? K.
I saw it too.
Who or what do you think it was?
Most likely someone Mizuki saw in person projected into her subconscious. Dreams can only be constructed from images and experiences the subject was present for. Mizuki's somnium couldn't have contained that figure if she didn't see it in person. Of course, not everything we see in our dreams looks exactly the same as it did in the real world. You saw some strange things in Somnium earlier, didn't you, Date? That event you experienced is obviously not as it happened in reality. Dreams are a collage of many memories, intertwining and blending with each other. Your skills as a sinker allow you to untangle those dreams and solve mysteries no one else can.
Hey, Pewter. When we were in Somnium earlier, Aiba was in human form. She's never looked like that before.
That was Aiba's idea.
What?
I thought you would be more pleased. I designed it to your taste.
Oh,
Part of
OMG.
that was my taste.
I know everything inside your mind. You don't have to hide it.
You don't have to be so shy, okay?
Yeah, man.
Pewter,
I know you
Aiba's
think I'm
broken.
hot.
She's talking crazy.
I am not broken.
Perhaps Aiba admires the human form.
It's not that. It was just a little something.
I mean, she is pretty hot,
I
okay?
consider Kaname Date to be my host. I owe him gratitude. I simply thought that appearance would make him happy.
Why would that make me happy?
Fluorescent shrimp.
I like a fluorescent shrimp, okay? She looks hot as hell.
Yeah. It's something to ask yourself, Date. Why would that make you happy? Pewter is standing with his hands in his pockets.
Because he's a pervert.
Anyway, I get the story. Mizuki witnessed a suspicious person at the scene, but she didn't get a good look at them.
Maybe there's something at the scene we missed.
I mean, there's like glowing footprints, so maybe there's footprints. Well, if it's been a couple days, they're probably not still there.
It hasn't been a
Date,
couple days.
could you
It's
return
been
to the
like
scene
one
of the
day.
crime?
Oh, okay, okay.
They, what was it? Shoko was murdered at like 8 p.m. or so. The cops arrived, no, she was murdered earlier in the day. It's like 5 p.m. Mizuki found her at like 8 p.m. The cops showed up at like 10 or 11. And this is the following day in like the afternoon-ish. So Shoko's been deceased for about 1 day.
Okay. Okay. Maybe the footprints or something.
There might be more to Bloom Park than we first thought.
Time to giddy up and go.
Let's go, bitch. No space.
Giggity yo, smack daddy, what's up? I said a jizz bang, boom boom boom. Said a dog, a diggity dog. Yeah, it's been a little bit more than a day.
You're so cool. So cool,
When I
brother.
returned to the scene, I brought Mizuki with me.
Oof. Poor baby.
I saw a suspicious figure in Somnium, but I couldn't be sure of its exact location. I brought Mizuki along to help pin it down.
Somewhere around here, right?
Yep.
Man, that caution tape still fucks me up, man.
Yeah. Holographic caution tape. Mizuki is probably my favorite character in the game. She's the most fun, I would say. Most
I like Aiba's-
charismatic.
I like Aiba so far. She just cracks me up, bro.
That's true. Aiba and Mizuki are two peas in a pod. In the past, there would have been a nice paved path there. It's covered in brush and weeds now, but I can still make out the trail heading back. The figure went this way. They're not actually two peas in a pod. They're two great characters. That's what I meant to say. A path through the bushes leads away from here.
Na, 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 na.
Yeah, I do.
What do you remember?
I went to this amusement park when I was little. I was 4. I remember it so clearly. This is where I saw my mom and dad smile. I had so many happy memories here. The only happy memories I really have are from here. Memories of my family are so bright and colorful. But now, this is where Mom...
Yeah, they're tainted. Oof.
Yeah.
No wonder she ripped up that photo.
Well, she ripped up that photo because of the divorce, not because of the
Oh, I thought it was like in that moment.
death. No.
No, I thought it was
no.
like in the dream she did
No,
it.
Date remarked that like some years prior, Mizuki was
yeah.
crying and he saw that photo torn up in the trash, but he did not interrogate her about it.
Oh,
Something to that
yeah.
effect.
Okay, that's right. And he didn't ask about it?
No, she was just carrying around that photo in her pocket, and after she pulled the ice pick from her mom's eye socket, she's like, "No,
Saw that person
my
standing
family!
here,
You time to tear up
Man.
this photo. Why would you tear up a photo
No,
of your
I thought it was,
family
like,
when you
in
see
her
one of them die?
dream.
Usually, you keep something like that in memoriam."
Jesus Christ. No, I mean like in her dream, like 'cause it was a representation of like the tainted memory.
No, oh no, that was a literal real photo.
Okay.
They would have gone for something like more metaphorical in nature if they went that direction.
Okay. See, I thought it was supposed to be like a metaphor or some shit, you know? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
What was
I
he
mean, the
doing?
build looks like a dude.
I don't know, it was dark. But I think he was watching me. He was standing there in the rain with no umbrella. But I don't remember anything else. I got scared and went to hide inside the column. Nothing. Just wondering where this goes.
Mizuki's looking behind the bush. I guess I should check it out.
Aiba, what's past here?
This leads to the subway.
The subway?
Oh.
It has, of course, closed down. It is no longer in service. This is due to the explosion at the chemical plant that occurred years ago. The surrounding district of Kawasaki was contaminated and declared off limits.
So the bitch came through there?
Bloom Park closed for the same reason. As did all commerce and industry in Kawasaki. This means the railroads and public transportation to and from this area were shut down as well.
The subway. Aiba, does the entire track run underground?
No. The track leading northward from Bloom Park eventually rises to ground level.
At a railroad crossing?
Correct.
Then the tracks must cross a surface street at some point.
Correct.
A railroad crossing. Railroad crossing?
Aiba, do me a favor. Can you see if any cars were driving on that surface street last night?
Searching.
Hey, you've been quiet for a long time. Are you okay?
He's talking to his eyeball, man.
I'm just thinking.
She doesn't know
I've got something.
about Aiba.
Oh.
I picked up a single vehicle traversing that street last night. A black SUV. I ran the plate through the vehicle registration database to find the owner.
Who was it?
Shoko Nadami's ex-husband and Mizuki's father.
No. Was it him? Was it the ex-husband?
Renju Okiura.
Shut the front door.
Get the music now.
Bitch, no.
So let me get this straight. You think that Daddy drove his car on the tracks through the tunnel, stopped at the closed down station, and carried Mom's body to the park?
I can't prove it was Renju. There's a chance someone else was driving the car.
Yeah.
But it was his
But,
car.
in any case, I know that the suspect must have used the subway tracks. That explains why there were no cars parked near the scene. Using that subway station, he could take the body right to the merry-go-round without being caught on camera.
Daddy didn't do it.
I am not so certain.
Oof.
Shut up, Aiba.
Don't think so.
Believe in the Mizuki that
Either
believes
way,
in her
I have
daddy.
to talk to Renju.
Ooh.
And you can help me find him.
Well, the fact that like they were calling him and he wasn't like answering, or like he seemed like he didn't want to fucking deal with his daughter. Oh my god. What a hot mess, bro.
Mizuki, Renju sent you that Nile message, didn't he?
What?
I got this buddy of mine. Real bad personality, but real good with technology. I got some help from them.
Bad personality.
It was a message sent at 8:05 last night. Does it sound familiar? Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious. Please come to Bloom Park's merry-go-round right away. Daddy needs your help. Please do as I say.
Yeah, that was it.
No, was it really him though? No.
It was from Daddy's phone.
Keep in mind my playthrough was 32 hours.
But I
Before
didn't
you
want to
go
say
jumping to
anything because that would make
conclusions.
Daddy a suspect, so...
So you kept quiet.
Yeah. My dad's never said anything like that to me, ever. That he was counting on me?
Yeah, I mean,
My
if it's
man
out of
duped his
character-
own child. Manipulated his own child.
I had to go.
Well, I mean, like, I don't even know what to say. I feel so sad.
But you invited Bota along.
No.
Bloom Park is in the middle of the Kawasaki district. There are a number of homeless individuals in a high crime rate there. Mizuki must have been worried about going alone.
I was treating homeless people like criminals. Classic cop. You can tell that she was made to be a police tool.
I mean, you do have to be careful around people you don't know as a woman. You know what I mean?
Think
Especially as
about
a
a week ago.
12-year-old, women get hit on by strangers at like 9 years old. So, you know, we get cackled at like 9 years old. So, yeah.
When I went to hang out at Lemniscape.
Did you notice anything different about him?
Nothing really. He was the same as usual.
And he didn't come to see you in the hospital, did he?
No.
Not even for his own daughter.
He's fucking asshole. So like maybe he did do it.
That is very unusual.
But I just hate bad dads, okay? I have like a deep hatred for like absent fathers after working in daycare. Like bottom of the totem pole, man.
I don't remember. It was a while ago. What about you?
What about me?
When was the last time you spoke to your dad?
You try calling him.
I did. I called earlier, and I tried a few times last night.
And he didn't pick up?
No. Hey, Mizuki, tell me again. That person you saw at the merry-go-round,
No. It wasn't Daddy. I know it wasn't.
you're sure?
Well, I don't know.
I'm not making her second guess herself. I mean, she obviously didn't get to see a full picture of him. I mean,
It was dark and
otherwise it
rainy.
would have shown up in your dream. right? Or is she just like mentally blocking it out? Oh god. Oh, I
No,
don't
it
want
was
to
dark
be
and
the dad.
rainy. No, it was dark and rainy. She did not get a good look at him. If she got a good look at him, no matter how much she wanted, she would want to hide the truth. It would have been seen in the Somnium. She did not get a good look at the figure.
I don't know. The dad kind of looked like a twink, and that figure is like, you know, kind of like.
That is, it is a generic body sprite that is used by the game.
I don't want to say anything.
Okay, I was kind of trying to make a joke. Okay.
I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to anyone who thinks my daddy is a killer.
Look, I don't want to believe it
Poor
either.
baby.
I've known him for more than 5 years now. He's like family to me.
I'd never want to put cuffs on him. I would never want Mizuki to see that. Anyway, Renju just isn't the kind of guy who would commit a crime like this.
I mean, he sounds kind of shitty, but you know, to like murder his wife and then like take her eyeball, like I don't know, bro.
But it couldn't be him.
Why not?
I wonder what the deal with the eyeball is.
Daddy couldn't have sent the message. Someone else must have used his phone. And his car. Daddy wasn't driving the car either. Somebody else did it. The killer did it, not Daddy.
The only evidence we have so far leads to one conclusion. The cell phone and the car were both operated by Renju Okiura.
Innocent till
We gotta fight
proven
him.
guilty, Aiba.
No, he's
Gotcha.
guilty because he's a bad
Incoming
dad.
call from the boss.
Oh, automatic guilty.
Connected.
Hey, I just got the report from Aiba.
But like I said, I'm just biased.
My man can do phone calls in his brain.
Yeah, I say I'd wish, but like that's so fucking annoying. So never mind. I have like 20 unread text messages right now.
Well, I
like,
mean,
5.
Aiba filters out all of the unimportant stuff, you know?
Okay, then maybe.
Aiba basically is his cell phone, by the way, because he doesn't have a cell phone. He has Aiba.
Oh yeah, true.
He's definitely suspicious.
I agree. I think he's our number one suspect.
Yeah, he's
He's been acting
suspicious.
strange since last night. He didn't come see Mizuki in the hospital, won't pick up his phone, and he vanishes after questioning.
Yeah, and then he's like telling his daughter, "I'm counting on you, honey. I'm counting on you." And then like he doesn't show up to the hospital. Like, okay, fucking weirdo.
He doesn't have an alibi for the time of the murder either.
He doesn't?
No alibi? Okay, fucking weirdo.
No, not one we can corroborate.
Oh, interesting. You can even ask questions on the phone.
Shoko's time of death was estimated to be about 5 p.m. yesterday. Renju claims that he was at home alone at the time. But that means no one can back up his story.
He doesn't have like security home footage or something? Doesn't everybody have a camera in their home?
No, not everybody has a camera in their home because not everybody
No, I
lives in a
told you he
neighborhood that
vanished.
expects break-ins. However, he is the owner of a
Talent
what
agency?
Yeah, talent agency. So it would be probable that he would have one, but not guaranteed.
That's what I mean, bro.
Where are you headed?
Renju's house.
Still, that would be an
Your father.
invasion of privacy.
I had local cops
To
search
take
the
that
place.
footage.
Didn't find anything.
Where could he be?
He didn't give us any new information. He didn't have much to say at all, really.
So Renju was questioned at a local station?
That's right.
Then why didn't you keep him there?
Protocol. Nothing we could do. He wasn't a suspect then, and we had nothing to charge him with. We couldn't hold him.
I can see boss through my left eye. Boss. Aiba is streaming the image in real time. I don't have a cell phone. Never cared for them.
State of the art.
Yeah.
Eyeball am I?
he
Alright.
doesn't need a cell phone. He doesn't care for the cell phone because he has the next generation of cell phones.
An eyeball. Wow.
Yeah. But Aiba can connect to any network in range. That's how I'm able to communicate with HQ. I mean, if AI were ever able to develop to the point of having an Aiba like personality or just like existence, then like that'd be dope as hell. I would love to have an Aiba in my eye, but that doesn't seem very probable. Just throwing that out there.
I wouldn't want somebody yapping to me all day, you know? I like my peace and quiet. Just saying.
Well, you could probably get you would probably be able to get one that you either can tell to shut up or have like a quiet personality programmed into. I mean, to be fair, it would basically be like having somebody who you're just like hanging out with 24/7 at all times. It's a good thing Aiba is so fun to hang out with, you know? Otherwise that shit would get old real fast. To Mizuki, I look like I'm talking to a Bluetooth.
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry about that.
She doesn't see what I see.
Alright, boss. Let me know if you find something.
You too. Keep me in the loop.
Where the hell did Renju go?
The gown. You know what? Maybe he got murdered and his eye was taken out.
Sun
You know?
poke?
What?
Sun poke. Or something.
Oh, Sunfish Pocket. Renju was telling me about that place. It's a maid cafe that he runs.
Runs a maid cafe too? Interesting.
Yes, he does.
I found it. Approximately 6.2 miles north-northeast. In Akihabara.
Let's fucking go. Go see some maid.
Sunfish Pocket. 10:20 p.m.
Can't be.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
Yeah, so it turns out Renju isn't the murderer. Or is he? Or isn't he? I don't know, but he's dead right now.
I knew it. The last thing is, I was like, oh, he's probably dead and his eye's gonna be taken out.
Renju!
Yeah, he is in fact also missing his left eye.
Somebody really hates this family, man.
Yeah, Mizuki is next.
Don't say that.
Alright, now we're on the third day. Back to HQ.
You look awful. Have you been sleeping any?
My best friend was murdered, boss. I don't have it in me to sleep right now.
Hair's kinda cute.
A police officer mannequin. A flag with big catch on it.
Even though we looked at all of these, you can still do them again?
Yeah, it's a Tanuki statue. Yes, and they'll have different lines at different points in the story. However, sometimes during certain sequences, usually particularly like somber or revelationatory ones, there will not be extra lines of dialogue, since those are like comedic in nature and it's supposed to be serious time. I believe this is not one of those times when you're not going to get any extra lines of dialogue off of any of that stuff. That stone that's next to Boss, like just behind her, on the right side of her, that's also an inspectable object. You missed it last time.
She's sleeping at the hospital. They're going to give her counseling after she wakes up.
They should have given that to her already after her mom died.
Well,
I see.
they probably tried, but again, she couldn't speak, so it was a little difficult.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Her mother and her father. I hope she'll be okay.
But you said there was a stone? To the
Yeah,
right
it's that
of her?
orange thing. Yeah, shogi piece, right? It's a king shogi piece. So that's another thing that there will be quips for at the various times you go into her office. Just not this time.
Interesting.
Of course not. I've still got a mountain of work piled up, answering to the higher-ups, the press. I'm just taking a little breather. You were the first on the scene, so you know this better than anyone, but... no way this was a suicide. And the fact that his left eye was removed tells me that this was the same killer as Shoko.
The serial killer.
The new Cyclops killer.
What?
That's the nickname that's been spreading around headquarters.
New.
Yes, several years ago.
Pewter.
There is no point in hiding it from him. He would find out on his own eventually.
Oh,
It's all over the
6 years
news.
ago.
These murders have gone
Yeah.
viral, so to speak. The killings from 6 years ago have continued. The Cyclops killer is back.
Was he a victim of the Cyclops killer? Oh, and he's got trauma?
6 years ago. Is that what you were talking about, boss?
Like a Ken Kaneki situation?
Fine. I suppose you deserve to know. We have a name for it down at HQ. The original Cyclops Serial Killings. To distinguish it from this new one. It was 6 years ago in October. 4 bodies were found in the mountains of Akikawa Valley.
But the decomposition of the corpses were all at different stages. They were each killed sometime during May to September of that year.
But they did have 2 things in common. They were all young women. And
Each corpse was missing their right eyeball, pulled out posthumously.
Yeah, their right eyeball.
Yeah, but this time it's their left?
Yeah.
Huh. Is it a copycat?
a few days after the corpses were discovered, the killer sent a statement to the press. I killed them, and they are now my dear companions. Something like that.
He signed the statement under the name Cyclops. Hence the name, the Cyclops Killer.
The Cyclops is a mythological race of one-eyed giants.
Yeah, we
According to
fucking
Greek
get it,
myth,
Aiba.
They are the children of Uranus, god of the sky.
She spelled
and
Uranus
Gaia,
wrong.
goddess of earth. Cyclopes were known for their outstanding strength and smithing ability.
So the letter to the press wasn't a fake? It was the real killer?
Yes, it had to be.
A picture of one of the victims right after she was killed was sent along with the letter.
Gee.
can't
Pretty
believe
fucked up.
Aiba pronounced Uranus wrong.
Oh my god.
No, in 6 years we never got a single trace.
So maybe Cyclops is responsible for these murders as well.
No, that's impossible.
Why?
For one, the original Cyclops killer only killed women. Renju doesn't fit that profile. Second, all of
She
the
was
victims
just in the
had their
way.
right eyes removed. But Shoko and Renju,
We're missing their left eye.
The timing of the eye removal is also inconsistent. The original Cyclops killer removed the eyes after the victims were killed. But Shoko and Renju were both still alive.
Oh my god, they were alive when you're. That's
Yes.
horrendous.
But even so, you can't say for sure this isn't our guy. Maybe the... Or do you have another reason?
Oh, repressed chasing.
I'm sorry, Date, I can't say anymore.
Bullshit, you can't.
It's a national secret.
How can it be a national secret?
Date, please, forget about it. I told you already, you don't need to know anything about that case to investigate this one. The criminal for this case and the case 6 years ago are not the same.
Why is she being protective over it? Oh my god, was he the Cyclops killer?
Because it's a national secret, Cam. You're not supposed to know.
I don't trust her.
This otherwise fairly milquetoast serial killer or serial murder is it's a national secret.
You're not a national secret.
Aiba, bring up all investigation records of the original Cyclops serial killings.
CIA,
I
the
already
CIA
have a look through the database while
solved
we're
the
talking.
crime. The CIA caused the crime. That's why it's a secret.
Unfortunately, I found no relevant information. I also did not discover anything of note on the internet. Only amateur theories. All lacking credibility and evidence.
Damn it.
Boss is sitting on her desk. She looks tired, like me. I feel that.
Renju had his left eyeball removed.
Right. Shoko too.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer.
Said.
You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others.
He's like, bro.
I'm kidding. Only a joke.
I'm too tired for your jokes right now, Pewter.
Actually, you lost your eye 6 years ago, correct?
Yes, but I don't remember anything from back then. I lost my eye and my memories.
I was transplanted into your empty eye socket a year later. We have been together for more than 5 years.
They're best pals, bro.
Yeah.
Am I not allowed to be here?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I was here first. I was just talking to the boss about Renju's murder.
I was your first. I call.
I called
you
dibs.
you guys are forcing me out, not the other way around.
Look at his cute little waist. Oh my god, stop. Little twink.
2 murders, one right after the other. How could I not be?
Yo, that guy, that pole vaulting guy, damn, he had a huge dick.
Yes.
I was shook, man. And apparently he got an offer from a couple of what is it, like porno companies. So like, good for him, you know.
Peter looks surprisingly serious.
So I was like, the Olympics really open you up to a lot of different opportunities. I think somebody had offered like 250,000 or something like that. Like, I don't know if that's enough, but
That's all we have for now.
All right.
Special Agent Date, we need you to continue your work.
Right. I think I'll head back to where Renju was found. Sunfish Pocket.
Date, you're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep before you continue your investigation?
homeboy can't
I'm
sleep.
fine.
Got
Let's
that
go, Aiba.
picture stuck in his head.
Understood.
I wonder if Date puts on the appearance of driving the car, but it's all just Aiba. Since
Oh,
she can
probably.
bring the car around. He's holding
Wait.
onto the wheel, but he's not actually doing
Date,
anything. Oh, wait.
The vehicle is accelerating 2% slower than usual.
Who's that in the rear view mirror? Also, a very funny way to learn that there's somebody hiding in your car.
Did you put anything in the trunk?
No?
What about the back seat?
Back seat?
Nope, she's very cute.
Mizuki!
Hey, watch out! Eyes forward, stupid.
She's like, don't be worrying about me, okay?
Drive the car! Mizuki climbed up to the front and sat in the passenger seat.
She's like, let me make myself comfortable. Hee hee ha. Okay, hold on. And he's such a pushover. He's what a little bitch. He just lets all these
She's 12, man. Cut her some slack.
he just lets everybody run all over him. I love it.
Oh, that is true. You did just let Iris go all over him as well. He is a pushover.
Well, I can still talk this time.
Tries to act up, but like,
Maybe I'm just getting used to it.
Mizuki's psychological wounds have been healed by the sink.
Nice weather we're having.
If you have nothing to talk about, you don't have to say anything.
shut the fuck up.
Fair enough.
You're an adult, shouldn't you know that already? If you start talking about the weather, it means you have nothing to say.
Damn. What a brat.
Look, sometimes like you just gotta bring up the weather, especially in Texas. It's hot as fuck. Okay, like
She's so right though.
no, she's just autistic. Okay.
No, she's 12. And
No,
12-year-olds have a habit of like having very little tact, and just been pointing out the things that they notice.
I'm just saying, like, when you get older, you just gotta know that some people just want to talk about the weather, and you just gotta talk about the weather with them. Okay, like it's just part of it's just part of adulting. Okay,
She's got a lot
gotta
of
learn young.
She's got a lot of snark.
It's okay to be snarky, but like, just saying.
Nice weather we're having.
I ditched the hospital. They're probably freaking out over there right now.
I'm taking you back.
No, don't!
No, you're not, Dante. Shut up. Or Date.
Nothing will change if I stay at the hospital all
Stupid
day.
name.
It's Japanese.
You're going to investigate, right? Take me with you. I can help.
How is a little runt like you gonna be any help?
I'm Renju's daughter. Maybe I'll notice something you don't. Something only his daughter would know.
I don't know.
My daddy was killed. I can't just stay at the hospital.
Pushover.
Fine.
Oh, look, she
Don't
made
say I
just
never
a
did
sad
anything
little
for you.
face, and he was just like, oh, okay.
You're going to take me along?
Look at those sweet little eyes. Who could say no to that?
Yeah,
could?
that's actually quite true.
Just promise not to interfere with the investigation.
Got it.
I'm quite a pushover as well when it comes to little kids.
She fits her design fits the visual aesthetic of the game very well.
Hmm.
She's just got a great design in general. That yellow
wasn't
jacket,
locked, I just
it's
opened
like
the door.
weird, but it's good.
I've been here for like 10 minutes.
She's just chilling in there.
Why don't your doors have auto locks? I know you like old cars, but you gotta lock the doors.
You should be a little more apologetic for someone who just got caught breaking into my car.
Mizuki does raise a valid point. If you are not more serious about security, you should consider replacing the car altogether.
You two?
My car may use a fob rather than a physical key, but it does not auto lock. That said, it's not like it'll go anywhere if I'm not right next to it with the key in my pocket. But so if I
It doesn't
kept
auto lock?
no, if I kept any valuable, well, I mean, if you start driving, it auto locks, of course, but that's like different. So if I actually kept any valuables in the car, they could be stolen at any time. But I don't keep anything in my car, so I don't care.
I don't know. I think it's no. Yeah, you gotta lock up the cars, you know.
I'm also not all that concerned about it
No,
being
it's
stolen.
more like I don't like sitting still and moping all day.
Wow, must be nice. Must be nice not to worry about your vehicle being stolen.
I've grown out of my brooding, pretentious teenager phase.
Okay,
that
girl.
right?
You're a preteen. Calm down, okay? You're gonna hit 16 and you're gonna turn into a little emo kid. Like, calm down.
Odd thing for a preteen to say.
See? We're just reading each other's minds, okay?
Are you not aware of Mizuki's mental prowess? She is far more developed than her classmates. She is even reading psychology papers by Alfred Adler.
Sounds pretentious to me.
I mean, kinda true, okay?
But yes, she is beyond her years.
Like, I would say I got told a lot that I was pretty mature for my age when I was around that age, but, you know, I was still a little shit at times, okay? I'm just saying. I was still a little emo
about
kid,
Renji.
okay?
Do you have anything to tell me? Anything at all that might help?
You know, sneaking out and drinking and shit. Yeah,
Well,
good
it's
times.
not about daddy, but
Good times for me, not for my parents. Sorry, Mom, love you.
I heard from daddy that mom had a secret.
Secret. I got a
Shoko had
secret.
a secret?
Did you know that mom was the representative of an investment company?
Oh, so that's what she did.
Yeah, I did.
That whole company was a big scam.
Scam?
Well, I don't know the details. They start up a company to get people to invest in it, then shut it down on purpose and keep the money. She got really rich like that.
Shoko did this?
Yep.
By herself?
No, dummy. Of course it was with other people.
Damn.
I
She's
saw
brutal.
gangsters there sometimes. If she ever got into trouble, she had them take care of it.
I am scanning all known crime databases, but I cannot find any reports referencing this.
Because she got away with it. You're
Must
really
have been
struggling today.
extraordinarily careful. This
just like my internet can just not handle streaming today. I don't know what it is. I'll call wait, tomorrow's Sunday. Are they open on Sundays? I think they're open on Sundays. Okay. We're on the struggle bus. Choo-choo.
I'm not okay.
So, you want to go back to the hospital? I'd be more than happy to drop you off.
Yeah, you wanna fucking complain, bitch? Let's go back to the fucking hospital.
That's not what I meant. Why are you always so pushy, Date?
I'm not pushy, I'm just worried.
Yeah. You're the one that's pushy, Mizuki.
Very pushy.
You've got a weird way of showing it. Doesn't look like you're worried. You're just weird.
She's so mean. What a little shit. Yeah, she's definitely 12. Okay.
And
She's not-
she called Date a Republican. The weird line.
I don't get it.
You've always got something smart to say, huh?
The common anti-Republican line for seemingly the rest of this election is calling the Republicans weird, as coined by now vice presidential candidate Tim Walz. He like offhandedly made that comment in an interview, and it stuck with the rest of the party.
So
With the rest of the Democratic Party in reference to the Republican Party and their agenda.
that is a very old man thing to say. They're just weird.
Well, that's the thing, though. Is first of all, it's true, but it's also very much a change of pace than prior rhetoric that the Democratic Party has used against the Republican Party. Like, they've called them dangerous or malevolent. I don't think malevolent.
Yeah.
But stuff to the effect of deplorable. They've called them dangerous and deplorable. Deplorable, I think, was the 2016 line. But such rhetoric was not very popular, probably because it gave the Republicans power implicitly in regarding them as some like force that needs to be combated, but just calling them weird instead retains that accuracy of the language, but it doesn't give them any power alongside it. It's been additionally effective because since say 2016, the party and its constituency has only gotten more unhinged instead of less unhinged. And so in response to being called weird, they have seeming to take particular offense to it rather than taking it in stride. And in trying to combat being called weird, they keep demonstrating over and over again how weird they are. So it's just been a particularly effective rhetorical attack against the Republican Party.
That's kind of weird.
I mean, they're
Kinda
weird.
weird,
They keep hyperfixating on weird shit and talking about weird shit and having like weird behavior. It's just they're a bunch of fucking weirdos. Like, yeah, they're deplorable. Yeah, they're technically dangerous and what they want to do to democracy and whatever. And people's freedoms,
But
their rights and
calling them
liberties.
weird
But
sticks more.
yeah, because, well, think about it this way. Americans are very dumb. So, first of all, most of them don't know what deplorable means. But second of all, this is... in being dumb, there's a sizable amount of the population that regards themselves as independent, but politically is inclined to lean to the right, to lean towards the Republicans. They don't want to associate themselves with the Republican Party. They don't want to define themselves as Republicans, but they have a tendency to vote Republican. For a variety of reasons.
Bro, I just it's just a lot.
They're like those. If you ask me, those are like there's two kinds of like staunch liberals in this country. There's the Democratic Party loyalists, the people who stand the Democratic Party and will vote for them no matter what, and will just repeat Democratic Party talking points and like try to manifest whatever the fuck the Democratic Party wants into existence through whatever like ass backwards means possible. And there's the liberals who are who regard themselves as independent or not registered with the party, but lean, and they could lean either left or right, because if they lean left, then they are socially liberal, in addition to economically liberal, because they actually like recognize the personal freedoms that have been stripped away by the Republican Party. If they lean towards the Republican Party, they're probably socially conservative while economically liberal. It could be that they're economically conservative and socially liberal. That doesn't matter. In any case, being weird is more, calling them weird is more effective to that population of people, because independents don't seem to like blood sports all that much. Like they seem to like bipartisanship because they're independent and could technically vote either way. They want the two parties to like work together and think that like the middle ground between the two parties is the right way to go. However silly of a notion that may be. So if what you're labeling one of the parties as is like some reprehensible group, they're gonna be like, that's so mean. Why you gotta be so mean? I'm gonna be nice to these people instead. But calling them weird, it's like a perfect deflectionary way to brush them off, because it's not like
It's like a it's like something like a teenager would say, almost like a like, bro, you're so weird, bro. Like, why are you so
yeah,
weird?
exactly. That's exactly right.
It's like something a debate bro would say. You know what I mean? Like, so
no,
like,
it's not really a debate bro thing. It's like it's an appeal to common sense. For all of my like meandering and fumbling with my words earlier, that's really what it is at the core. Calling them weird is like an appeal to common sense. They're basically saying, take a look at this party on its face and its representatives on their face and their policies on their face, and that shit's weird. It's weird how they obsess over trans people. It's weird that they think that feeding kids is socialism. And that's like bad, I guess. It's weird that they transvestigate people. It's weird that they want to deport all of the immigrants in our country. And that one's actually less weird and more just so like demonic. It's mostly all of the trans stuff, really. It's weird that they want to take away the right to an abortion, that they want to prevent women from making healthcare decisions. It's weird that they want to make their president a fucking king. No accountability. Like, all this stuff, it's super fucking weird.
it's like weird, but it's like, oh god, do we not have any other good arguments? Like, are we just a bunch of dumb idiots? Like, I guess so. I guess, but I'm like, we're also weird, because I'm like, oh my god, I don't know. I just feel like
I only the only reason you don't like think that that's the only reason you don't think that's a good argument is because it's probably because you don't pay enough attention to how fucking weird these guys are.
I live in a rural part of Texas where in one of our restaurants that just opened up, there is signs on the bathroom door that's like, oh, only for biological males only. And they got so much shit for it, they had to take those signs down.
Yeah,
Like,
because that's weird.
Yes, because it is weird, and it's like
Exactly,
to me,
it's
that's not
weird.
a good enough argument. It's just not a good enough argument.
Well, but that's the issue, right? Is you can sit here and you can litigate and you can rhetorically, like, demonstrate why this stuff is bad. But like that's not as convincing, surprisingly enough. Like, for all of these debates that you see online about all the any particular issue, people going back and forth on hours about like the details and the statistical data and like yada yada yada, litigating any particular issue until it's all until the horse is beaten well beyond death. At the end of the day, those rarely convince anybody in one direction or another. Because people's minds are made up before they go into that conversation. And so there's no point.
So you have to say
so
they're
there's-
weird in order to unmake up their mind.
No, it's just, no, it's that there's no point.
brain dead.
It's wasted breath. It's wasted breath to try and do that on your as a part of your political platform. It's wasted breath. It is a much stronger appeal to the American public to just be like, look at it on its face. This is weird. Why do they care so much about these things? It doesn't matter.
I feel like life doesn't matter. We're in a simulation at this point, you know?
Just like Renju.
I was just kidding.
Date.
We're all in a floating rock in space, you know?
Like there's very few singular words that sum up the Republican Party better than weird. If you could somehow combine weird with fascist, there's a word that like combines the two in some capacity, that would probably be more accurate. But weird is just it's just accurate. It's just prima facie true.
I feel like they, at the core of it, they're just people trying to figure shit out, just like the Democrats are people who are just trying to figure shit out, and it's just like,
No.
we're all just trying to figure out how to like live life, and we all want to live life our own ways, and we just hate that other people are just getting in the way of that, you know what I mean?
Maybe they're trying to live life their own ways, but they're not just trying to figure shit out. That's no.
And at this point, I'm just like, okay, like, you go live on your island. You want to believe this way, and then you go live on an island if you want to believe that way. Okay, like we are not a nation.
Well, that's
we are not a nation.
No, that's not acceptable though, because then you're just allowing, because that's basically how you get the civil, how you get the situation in 1865 without a war. You get a segment of the population splitting off to form their own nation so that they can do human rights violations. If you say that people who you want to do human rights violations are allowed to do that in their own little area, so long as it's not in my little area, then they're going to be doing human rights violations. That's not okay.
Then
you have to force these people to recognize that they're doing human rights violations, or you just have to supersede them and say you're not allowed to do human rights violations.
you can't force anybody to do anything. You know,
But
people.
then you have to
people
supersede them. You have to make sure that no human rights violations are being done. That is the morally correct thing to do.
Yeah, but morals aren't objective. No.
Sure, but I don't think that mass deportation is morally just. I don't think that preventing gender affirming care is morally just. I don't think that removing
I mean, yeah, I
a
don't think so
woman's right
either.
to an abortion is morally just.
I mean, yeah, I don't think so either.
And these are things that you know, collectively the vast majority of the population agrees that these are not just things. And
Yeah, but even
there are
so,
reasons for that.
I think even if you get people together who all believe the same way you do, there's still gonna be shit. Like, there's still gonna be problems. There's just gonna be new problems. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna have a divided nation again. So it's just like we have to figure out how to just live together. You know? It's just like we're all just trying our best. I feel like. And I'm kind of high right now, so.
I always draw the distinction, by the way, between the Republican voter and the Republican Party. Republican voter is dumb.
All voters are dumb.
I mean, yeah, most
The
Democratic
average
voters
voter
are
is
dumb
dumb.
too.
The average American reads at a 6th grade level, and I think and the majority of men read
most of them
on
vote.
less than a 6th grade level, according to my early childhood education classes.
But what was I gonna say? The reason I bring that up with Republicans in particular is that is realistically all there is to the Republican voter, is that they are dumb. They may, through their vote and through their support, register themselves as in support of terrible, harmful policies. But the reason they do so is because they are dumb. The Republican Party, the Republican leadership, on the other hand, they fully recognize the harm that they are doing. They fully recognize when they are lying about any particular issue. They just want to be fascist. They want to be patriarchal and segregationist and fascist. They want these things to be done.
The reason the Republican voter is a Republican voter is because, like, they live that lifestyle and, like,
Yes,
it's worked
it's
for them.
It's institutional, and they're dumb, and being dumb is institutional as well.
It's worked for them, and it's worked for their families.
But it hasn't
and,
worked
like,
for them.
They're happy. They're happy that way, and so they're like, I want everybody else to, like. I believe that if everybody else were to live this way, they would also be happy. I think that, like I said before, I think the Democrats also think the same thing as well.
No, because it hasn't worked for them. It hasn't worked for the Republican voter, because despite the rightward shift, their lives have only gotten worse. It has mass shootings still occur in regards to, like, Second Amendment advocacy and whatever. Like, no, it has not worked for the Republican Party or for Republican voters.
I just think it hasn't worked in general because the government just sucks the way it's trying to do shit, you know? And that's just because it's, you know, people are people and people are imperfect and, like, people are just trying to do their best to, like, run the government and shit, you know? And then
no, again, I
we have Margaret Taylor Greene up there, like, just you know, just doing shit.
I fiercely disagree with the idea that the politicians are just trying to make things work the best they can. A politician like Bernie Sanders or Tim Walz is trying to do that. You can tell through their
and that's why I said, and then you have people like
steamroll.
Margaret Taylor Greene who are up there just, like, doing shit, you know?
But
As in doing shit, like, you know?
Someone like Marjorie Taylor Greene is a difficult read for me as to whether or not she wants to get shit done or she just wants, like, publicity. and the
I think she just
spotlight.
wants the notoriety of just being up there,
Yeah,
you know?
I think she probably wants the notoriety, but there are those who like essentially say the same stuff as
And
her, but that
and that
don't
other
have
girl
the
with
same
glasses.
notoriety. I think they want to get shit done, just like in the opposite way. They're freaking weirdos. But the establishment, the political establishment, does not want to get shit done. The Democratic
I just
Party
don't-
doesn't want to get shit done because monetarily they are incentivized to not get shit done. The Republican Party wants to not get shit done because they're either monetarily incentivized to not get shit done, or alternatively, they know that the shit that they want to get done, that they're monetarily incentivized to get done, is not popular and would be harmful for the public, and so doing so would hurt their favorability and their election chances. For example, banning abortion. Demonstrably extremely harmful towards the Republican Party's popularity and platform. The people, the vast majority of the politicians who wanted something like that done, fully recognize that it was an unpopular thing to do. Some of them think it was the right thing to do because they're like Christo-fascists, but some of them, but probably most of them, do not necessarily think that way, especially since they also have wives, and children, and people. And some of them are women themselves.
I do think they also probably have women in the family who let's say have been raped, but then they've had children and those children have come out okay, you know, so like they're like, well, then if they've come out okay, then like, you know, like everybody should
Oh yeah,
have kids be raped, you
my
know?
childhood rape was the light in my life. Oh yeah, you only had them when you were like really super poor, and you could have had a child later when you were in better living conditions that could have given that child better living conditions, and you could have had that child have a father. It's like, you know, fucking
which is like what happened to my mom with like her first 3 kids, you know. She was a child bride, and because like, you know, Texas, and so yeah, and so my mom was just like, just because I've lived that life and like it was fine, it doesn't mean like everybody else should, you know. And which is kind of like always where I come from. It's just like, just because somebody has lived that life and been okay doesn't mean like it should be an option for everybody, you know, kind of thing. But like, some people only go off of their lived experience and then they take that into politics.
Well, they also only care about anecdotal takes, which is very bizarre.
And that
people
too.
care more about anecdotes than statistics, unfortunately. What was I gonna say? But so like the Republican Party members recognize the harm and unpopularity of their policies, but they're still a part of the Republican Party.
So you had to follow the script, you know?
Yes. So that's the reason why I draw the distinction between the voter and the party member, especially in the case of the Republican Party, because most Republican voters do not deserve to be maligned. They're just dumb. Whereas the Republican Party deserves all of the smoke.
Like I said, I think all Americans are dumb. We all read at or below a 6th grade level, and men are especially dumb according to my classes that I've taken. So, yeah. Sorry, men, y'all are just busted. Sorry to all the men that are watching. So yeah, I just I just think all the voters are just trying their best. But I do think that this is why I don't particularly vote in general, because like I don't like politicians, and I think they're all kind of scummy and evil, and I don't trust the political system in general.
Until you get to Tim Walz, because Tim Walz is cool.
I don't know who that is.
The Kamala Harris's vice presidential candidate, governor of Minnesota.
Oh, Waltz. I thought it was Waltz.
No, it's Walls.
Walls.
Yes, Walls.
I thought there was a Z somewhere in that.
Yes, there is a Z.
Oh.
It's Walls.
Oh, I thought it was TZ.
No,
Okay,
no
never
T.
mind.
Walls.
Yeah, but he wants to put he put pads and tampons in like women's bathrooms in schools, which is like badass. And like good for him.
Yeah.
We love that. We love premenstrual products.
Yeah, he stocked women's healthcare products in bathrooms in schools. He provided free school lunches to the students.
Which our school, with the amount, like our school in our county is not providing free lunches, and I'm just like, the fuck, like our.
Yes, you live in Texas. It's
shut up.
not surprising.
Shut up! I'm talking to my dog. Sorry.
New York doesn't provide free school lunches to its kids.
I'm like, this is such bullshit. Because like our county does have like.
I think there's programs. I think some school. I think for lower income students you can get like vouchers or whatever, but it's not across the board.
It's like a vote for school districts. I think like the school districts get to vote like, hey, do we want free school lunches? And districts can vote yes or no. I think that's how it works.
He signed into law right to an abortion for women.
Yeah, it's like a safe haven for women who are coming out of state to get an abortion.
Yeah,
and
he's
wherever he is. So yeah,
he's at least advocated for, if not expanded, veterans care. Public option. I think he did healthcare public option as well. Maybe. It might be something to that effect. Oh, it was paid family leave. That's what I'm thinking of. Paid family leave.
Good.
For workers as well. You know, this is a guy who's very popular and very successful as a governor and genuinely in it for the benefit of people. It's not just something that's in his rhetoric. It's also from the fact that he owns no financial assets, no stocks or anything. Like his politics is a reflection of his personal experience. Oh, he protected IVF as well, in vitro fertilization, because his own daughter is a product of in vitro fertilization.
That's cool.
So his politics, he was against the Iraq War as well when he was in Senate, because he was briefly a senator as well. His politics are a reflection of his lived experience, and he has minimal monetary incentive to head in a different direction because of his lack of assets. So he's a Bernie-like figure.
Well, let's see how long that lasts.
If it does not last, it'll be a consequence of the vice president not having enough power, or not having any power, I should say, because the president has all the power.
And it also has to do with your personal character as well. I mean, he does seem to have really good character. He does seem like a good person, but I don't know, man. Politics kind of fucks you up a little bit, I feel like.
But they're.
I mean, because it's all about playing. It's all about playing the game, following the script. It's not really about like.
He's not doing that though. Well.
Yeah, but when you become a vice president, it's kind of different.
Not necessarily. So there's a minor amount of truth to your sentiment in that as vice president, it would be very poor of you to not stand behind your president's policies, whatever they may be. So if he turns his back on his values,
Kamala wants to tighten up on immigration,
Walls seems to have very little interest in that, so to speak, because Minnesota, not exactly a big issue there, so he doesn't seem to have much of a position on that. If he does have a position, he doesn't speak it. But if he does like compromise on his values, the likelihood is that it will be a consequence of Kamala's policies and actions as president, rather than him personally actually stepping away from his values. But he's a demonstrably significantly more popular figure than Kamala, anyways. So.
Yeah, I mean, you know, do you think he just fell out of a coconut tree?
No, he didn't. He's
You're
he's more coconut pilled than Kamala. 'Cause Kamala's dad is a fucking like a Marxist economist, but she is not. So
Hey,
Kamala did not fall out of a coconut tree.
You know, like, sometimes you just follow your parents' example, and then sometimes you just do the exact opposite, you know? It happens a lot, you know? You either raise your kids as you were raised, or you raise your kids the complete opposite. It's very...
Yeah, in any case, I find it a bit strange that you don't like understand why weird is like a salient talking point. But I guess if you're not dialed in to politics, you know, it doesn't make sense why that would be so effective. Because you have to be like actively paying attention to the Republican side of things to recognize, like, oh, not only are these people fucking weird, but like they're reacting so incredibly negatively and weirdly to being called weird.
You know, shit happens.
They're weird guys. They're so weird. Stop smoking pot and get back to playing the game.
Sorry. Okay, focus.
What about Daddy?
Would you take some edibles? Oh yeah, he also legalized marijuana in Minnesota.
For him. And yes, I took some probably about an hour ago, so yeah.
Nothing.
You have no tact, do you? This is why you're single and always will be.
Damn, roasted.
Oh, damn. No, he's always gonna remain single because he has like a talking eyeball.
Yeah, I was gonna say because Aiba exists. Things would get fucking
that's
awkward.
where you're wrong, kiddo. I look like a single father when you're around. Chicks love it.
Ew, I hate single dads. Man, like I'm just, oh God, I get DMs from on Facebook from like single dads, and I'm like, no, okay, no. I don't want to be a stepmom. No thanks.
Yeah, chicks
Also,
love
Date
to
is
see
the
creepy old
actual
men hanging out
fuckboy.
with a 6th grader.
Funny. Fucking got him.
Hey, what are you implying?
Ooh, did I make you mad?
Look at her face. She's so cute.
Now I'm stuck in a car with an angry old creepy pervert.
I am not an old creepy pervert. And even if you were my age, you're not my type.
My God, why you gotta take it there?
Ew, I don't want to know about your type.
Hey, you started it.
Stupid old man.
Punk-ass kid.
You called her a punk ass kid.
Yeah.
Oh my God, worst guardian ever.
I'm not sure what
These
age
things-
Date is actually. Let me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can-
How old is he? I would think he's like 20,
Shut up, Aiba.
like late 20s.
I think he
30?
is 30. I thought he might have been exactly 30, and he is exactly 30.
Bro. Punk ass kid.
Punk ass kid.
Punk ass bitch.
I think Boss's age is listed as unknown. Because she's definitely older than Date, but like not an old lady, but she also keeps her age secret.
Hey, you never reveal a woman's age, okay?
Ow, my thumb.
It's very secret information. Because then you get accused of being a cradle rocker.
Mizuki and I walked back into Sunfish Pocket.
Oh, Detective Date. Good to see you, sir. And this is...
Have you looked through the case file yet?
Oh, I am so sorry. She's the victim's...
Yes. Please let us through.
Oh, like a sea-themed maid bar? Interesting.
Yeah, it's called the Sunfish Pocket, after all.
I forgot what a sunfish was for a second, but then I remember Animal Crossing, you know?
Hey, look, it's the inspector. What was his name again?
What?
I was asking for your name.
You have a mask on. You could be anybody, okay? Calm down.
My name is Kagami.
Kagami.
Oh yeah, it was what's his face? Sorry, what was it again?
No, not these past few days.
I thought so. Once this is over, get some rest, alright?
You too, Detective Date.
And then I'm gonna go in with that. What's your name?
Yeah.
It's Kagami!
Again?
Yeah.
No, we didn't find anything today. Kagami?
The corpse was strung up near this counter.
The autopsy report indicates that the contents of the victim's intestines were excreted upon death,
Ew.
but no traces of that have been found in the area nor on the corpse itself. This evidence makes it highly likely that Renju was killed somewhere else. It must have been considerably difficult to carry more than 150 pounds.
I find it shocking that his excretions were not, like, part of his body, though. even if they were emptied somewhere else, but, like, surely you would have browned his pants, you know?
Renju
Yeah.
weighed approximately 158 pounds.
That's light for a guy.
I told you he looked like a twink.
I
You're
more
not
so
wrong.
wonder what his height was to only weigh 158.
He's a short king, okay?
Even if you're thin, that's still like 5.5 foot
I can
tall
estimate a
at
person's weight
most.
by analyzing their bone structure, muscle, and fat.
Aiba, can you recall the time we discovered the corpse?
Of course.
I'm sorry, I've already forgotten the inspector's name. Can you remind me?
Yes, queen.
I told you, it's Kagami! I told you my name like 5 times!
He is triggered. And to be fair, I'd be triggered too. I just make up a name after that, honestly.
I, of course, remembered his name.
What a bitch.
His name is engraved on my mind. His name is...
Hey you, what's your name?
Seriously? It's Kagami. Stop bugging him, it's rude.
Excuse you? My best friend, Kagami and I are having a conversation.
Kagami's about to bop you in the head.
Yeah, don't spoil our fun.
What?
Another inspector. I hope he finds some clues. Come on, Mizuki, why you gotta spoil the fun like that? The inspector's investigating something.
God.
Renju weighed about 160 pounds. And he was definitely murdered somewhere else, and then carried here.
Ew. Bro, I'm not built for this.
The autopsy report discovered the presence of benzodiazepine. It is a common sedative. The dosage found in the victim's bloodstream was extremely high.
I love benzos, man.
It can be assumed that Renju's cognitive functions were heavily impaired before his death.
So sedatives were detected in Renju's body. He was barely conscious before he was killed.
I mean, maybe that's a good thing. Oh, oh, that's a bruise.
There are deep impressions left on his neck.
Strangulation?
Correct.
I was like, I thought there was something tied on his neck, but no.
The face shows clear signs of congestion, along with petechia around the face and throat.
Which is like, what's petechia? Like, bloodshot?
Both are clear evidence of asphyxiation.
Any indication of the murder weapon?
Most likely a twisted piece of cloth. The culprit approached Renju from behind and wrapped the cloth around his neck, choking him in an attempt to suffocate him. The specific cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck.
Oof.
Put more simply, the suspect strangled Renju to death from behind.
Do we have an estimated TOD?
Yesterday, around 8 p.m.
So Renju was murdered about 2 hours before Mizuki and I found the body.
Renju's approximate time of death was yesterday, Saturday, around 8 p.m. He was strangled by a cloth or something similar from behind.
The time of discovery was 10:20 p.m. You of course already know this, but you and Mizuki were the first to discover Renju's corpse. The body was hanged from the ceiling, similar to how a fish would be. A thick hook was embedded in the upper jaw, and the wires connecting to the hook were strung up on one of the ceiling beams. There was also a hook on the other end of each wire. The 3 beer kegs were attached to these hooks.
Oof.
We have found no fingerprints.
Renju's corpse was found hanging from the ceiling beam. Over the counter.
Are we done? Can we unzoom? How do we unzoom? Bitch, how do we unzoom? Oh.
When in doubt, hit escape. Renju weighed about 160 pounds, and he was definitely murdered somewhere else, then carried here.
Is it? We gotta zoom
I mean,
in.
there
Do we
might
gotta
be
zoom
something
in?
else on the zoom. I don't
God
know.
damn it.
Might be his eye.
I'm tired of looking
Yeah,
at it.
it's his eye. The left eye has been pulled out.
I'm just so used to seeing left eyes being missing, you know, that I just didn't even think about it.
This case bears similarity to Shoko's.
No, now that I think about it, it's my brother is also missing his left eye. That's funny.
The left eyeball was removed while the victim was still alive.
Oh my god, and funny story. Actually, it's not that funny, but it's kind of funny. So, like, my brother's in prison, so yay. Okay, and, he said that this guy, one time, like, there's this group of guys, and they were like, hey, like, they were telling this new prisoner, like, hey, like, go stab, so-and-so. And he has one of his eyes is missing, and he has a glass eye. So you need to stab him in the left eye, that's his real eye. And they messed up. And so he ended up getting stabbed in the glass eye instead of his real eye. So, you know, stupidity.
Renju and Shoko both had their left eye taken before they were killed.
Again? What am I supposed to fucking look at?
Maybe with the zoom function, it highlights green anyways. The walls are decorated with life preservers. That's not part of the zoom focus.
So that's it, yeah.
Yeah, there
Okay.
might not be anything else left in the zoom.
But I don't like that it's still lighting up green.
Renju's
Tripping
corpse
me
was
out.
hung up by 3 wires. The wires were tied to 3 kegs.
Each keg has a capacity of 20 liters.
Just how many gallons is that?
I don't remember. I think it's like 10 gallons.
All 3 kegs were filled, in approximately 55 pounds each.
Thanks, Aiba. I was about to ask Siri. Aiba's better.
Three beer kegs on the floor. Each can hold 20 liters and weigh 55 pounds when filled with water.
That's heavy.
I mean, it's a keg. A chair.
Anyway,
The store's menu.
Dragon's Palace Pasta, 1800 yen. 1800?
Isn't that pretty average?
how many doll hairs is that?
I like 18.
This is average?
I mean, that's not a lot, is it?
The precise exchange rate of yen to dollars has varied a lot, especially since this game came out. But like, general rule of thumb is usually divide by 100. A table. I can't find any clues on it.
Is that a spear?
It more closely resembles a harpoon of sorts. I believe this is a trident.
Oh my god, I'm getting flashbacks to, to One Piece. And the fucking harpoon in the fishman's chest.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about NL's trident.
I don't know who that is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sky Island? The god?
Any chance this was used in the murder?
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Him too, I guess, you know. The fishman was sadder. I liked him, you know,
Yeah,
and
Tom-
I was a bitch.
Tom is a big sad loss to the world. He built Roger's ship, and then he built the sea train, but he had to die anyways.
I'm crying thinking about it now.
No. There are
I
no
wasn't crying at the
traces of
time,
blood
but
on
I'm
the
crying now,
trident,
okay?
And no indication that Renji was stabbed.
Big sad, man. Big
It
sad.
trident. Doesn't look like it has anything to do with the case.
Why'd you make me think of that? It's your fault.
There are pictures of girls on display. Probably the girls that are working here.
What are you staring at? Creeper.
I agree.
Okay, says the eyeball that designed herself to his taste. Okay. Okay, queen. His face. He's fucking done with this shit, okay? He's fucking done with them.
Pictures of maids on display.
I thought I already told you. Sitting around rotting away in that hospital would be worse.
Still,
I know what you're trying to say. For a little girl to find her dad like that and then want to go back to the scene, you think it's totally weird, right?
In fairness, it is also weird for an adult policeman to acquiesce such a request from a child.
I mean, yeah, that is a little weird, I would say, you know.
So true.
You gotta act like more of an adult, okay? I mean, well, to be fair, I'm not the greatest aunt in the world, I would say. Oh, I'm just gonna shut up.
But this is what I wanted. I didn't want to run away from it. I wanted to confront it. I didn't want to be weak.
I just told my niece, okay, be safe. Okay, love you. You know, use protection and don't drink too much. Okay, bye. And that's about it. So, you know, I'm just gonna like go with the she's gonna do what she wants anyway. So like,
You were telling me earlier that you could spot things only a daughter would know.
I know what I said. I'll tell you if I notice anything.
if that's true or not though. I don't know if she could. Well, I mean, she probably
How could I forget?
did she come here often that she would notice things that a daughter would notice? I mean,
Yes.
I'll never
Mizuki
be
did
able to
come
get that
this
image out of my
restaurant.
head.
okay.
Not until the day I die. Did you hear me? I said I'll tell you if I see anything. Jeez, you're pushy. Pushy men are seen as desperate. This is why no one likes you.
So true.
I love a desperate man, okay?
I don't
Just
know.
saying.
I don't know. You seem to make fun of the men who are desperate for you all the time.
Okay, it's only because I don't want them, okay? So,
I thought you liked the desperate ones, though.
I don't like though. Okay, there are other quality traits that I'm looking for besides just desperate, okay? I want a simp, but I want a nice simp, okay?
Besides, Date? Never mind. Just do your investigation or whatever.
What was she gonna say?
Now is not the time to worry about such things.
Assuming this was
Aiba,
not on.
Did you get anything from the surveillance camera?
Yeah, I was about to say, probably
Unfortunately,
not.
no. All of the recordings from local surveillance equipment have been erased.
What about backups?
There are none. Nothing was uploaded to the cloud either.
That's weird. How's nothing?
Man, the killers just covered their traces real well. That's all.
Did they work? They had to have worked for them. For like this, of course, this isn't a stranger. So they had to have, yeah, they had to have worked for them. Had to have been like close friends. I bet Date knows them.
So there's no footage of the incident. This club is located on the second floor of the building. We used the elevator to get here.
Aiba, can you check the operation records of this elevator?
Searching. Found it. The elevator records are sent automatically to building management. According to the record from yesterday, from 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, this elevator stopped on the second floor only once. At 8:55 p.m., the weight of the car's cargo was approximately 310 pounds.
So the elevator only stopped on the second floor once last night. 8:55 p.m. and with about 310 pounds inside.
So that's like, what? 2 people? I mean, that's like carrying,
Yes.
like, yeah.
And Renju weighed at 160.
So yeah.
Nothing special.
It's curious. I think we've met somebody who's matched the weight description before.
A 300, what?
No, who's matched the requisite weight. To have been inside that elevator.
Huh. I don't remember catching anybody's weight.
Well, I mean, aside from Renju, only one other character's weight has been stated. A barrel made of wood. Nothing special about it.
What is? How much did it weigh? Like 158, right?
Yes, Renju weighed 160.
Technically, it was 158. Okay.
Are you too high to do math right now?
So that's like, who weighs like 150 pounds? Is right? That's like 150 pounds.
Yes, 150.
So who weighs that much? Oh, mom. Yeah, I don't have any idea. I don't know. I can't think of it. It would have to be. Didn't we get? I want to say, didn't we get the weight of Iris? But I don't think we did. And she wouldn't be able to lift him. So it had to be a dude.
Chicks can be as strong as dudes, okay? Plus, she might have used like a cart or something.
Sure. Maybe. I feel like we got Iris's weight, but I don't know.
Well, let's keep investigating.
That hurt my brain.
Register near the doorway. A big anchor.
But Iris can't be out here killing people? No. Why would she kill him?
It's a light that looks like a jellyfish.
Well, she is a part of the talent company, so like maybe she got screwed over somehow by him, and she's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna chop you up and murder you." Well, she didn't chop him up, but like, oh, let me chop out your eyeball.
Let me steal your eyeball.
Let me put it in my formaldehyde jar. And put it on my bedside table.
Probably not a clue.
You know, I always said if I ever like got my limb cut off that I would want to keep it, you know? But I think you have to, I think it depends on what state you're in, and then like if the hospital like will allow it. It's like a whole process. Whether you can like keep your limb or not. So because you know when I'm like 70, I'll probably need like a colon resection. And I definitely want to keep a part of my colon. So I'm like, can you like keep a part of your colon? Like, what process is that like? You know, I just think these are the questions I ask myself late at night. You know.
Mizuki's looking at the spot where we found Renju.
Hey, are you doing okay?
Oh, sorry. Just staring.
If you're having a hard time, you can tell me.
I'm fine. It's not like the body is lying here.
Are you really okay?
Yeah, I am. Don't you have an investigation to do? Or are you stalling?
Mizuki acts tough. Deep inside.
Yeah, he knows. Fucking saw. Is that everything? I mean, that's everything. So it's gonna be
no,
like...
it's not.
Oh, there's more shit over here.
This oil drum must be some kind of interior decor.
I will admit, this maid cafe is kind of like dreary and weird, you know? Maybe like with like music and lights it's a little better, but like...
The capacity of this oil drum is 200 liters.
And it looks kind of cheap.
It weighs approximately 44 pounds when empty.
Let me check inside.
Oh,
What?
There's something inside.
this.
I stepped up to the drum.
This is the oil drum.
This is the kind of oil drum that has a lid, right?
Correct.
Let's open it.
A watch?
This is...
Looks like a dude's watch.
This is the wristwatch Renju always wore. No doubt about it. But how did this get here? I think we've checked everything we need to.
I agree. We should compile our evidence and inferences.
Mizuki, you ready to leave?
What? But we aren't done investigating.
What do you mean?
There are still people I want to talk to.
Well,
Okay.
like, the inspector, never mind.
Yeah. Oda is in here all the time. He might know something. I'll call him.
Ota's phone is broken. He dropped it in a puddle.
Sounds like Ota. He's so clumsy.
We'd have to talk to him in person.
He's probably at Lemniscate or Matsushita Diner.
Yeah, Oda is the real, regular at this restaurant.
And Oda's always a regular at these kind of places, but like, could he kill somebody? I don't know. Kind of a pussy. I don't think he'd kill anybody.
Well, there is one place. Have you heard of Golden Yokocho in the entertainment district?
His mom's kind of weird, you know? His mom's kind of crazy, so you never know.
Daddy used to go to a place called Marble a lot. Maybe they know something about him. Yeah. Daddy owned Lemniscate and Iris works for them. She used to work here too.
Oh,
So she might know something.
I'll call her.
Mizuki tried calling Iris. There was no answer.
Have any idea where she might be?
I don't know. Iris is into a lot of things.
The doorway to the kitchen. You can see the kitchen back there. Nothing looks suspicious. I looked inside the wooden box. There's nothing in there. An empty wooden box.
Lemniscate, Matsushita Diner, and Marble. Let's head out.
Okay.
I don't know. I really don't think little bro could do it. Iris is kind of sus. I don't know. I really don't remember getting his weight.
Hello, welcome. You're Mizuki, right? Ota's friend?
Yep.
And you...
Oh, I suppose I should introduce myself more formally.
At least something a little more than flashing your badge.
My name is Kaname Date.
Mr. Date, what can I help you with? Oh, stop, you charmer. But you're not getting a discount out of me.
I knew you were a pedo, Date, but I didn't think you were a cougar hunter too.
I am neither of those things.
God. Hey, everybody loves a good compliment, okay?
I completely forgot. I wonder where he got off to.
I bet this husband's like long dead or something.
But he'll come back soon. He always does. Runs off, then comes back.
I'm beginning to have doubts about the management of this establishment.
I as well.
He went out early this morning. I don't know where.
Go hang out with Iris, probably.
I see.
In the lobby.
I took my business card out of my pocket and handed it to Mayumi.
Sorry to be a bother, but when Ota comes back, can you tell him to contact me?
Oh, well, sure.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, got it.
Date, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, bitch, we busy.
Making my way around town, making fast, talking to some people.
Oh my god, good job. Good job.
Oh, what? Hey there, handsome.
Excuse me?
I cannot even right now.
She sounds just like me.
Hold on, give me just one sec. Mizuki,
Look at those
do you know
boobs.
this guy?
She does have big boobs. I didn't really notice before.
Yeah?
Can you introduce me, please?
She is surprisingly unprofessional for a receptionist.
Come on, it's just not so bad.
Could you contain yourself for 5 minutes, Date?
You look at the plant, by the way. I want to know what insect Aiba points out this time. Potted plant.
Date, look! A cricket!
Oh, cricket!
Yeah.
Oh, she even chirped.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Aiba has a strange fascination with insects.
Dang.
Iris? You mean Asa? She's recording a podcast in the underground studio.
Oh, that's why she didn't pick up the phone.
If you need her right away, I can try contacting her.
No, it's fine. This can wait until she's done.
For sure.
Sure.
For sure.
For sure? As in, I got you?
I don't believe I've ever heard that sequence of sounds spoken out loud before.
For sure.
For sure. I love talking like a valley girl, okay? It's my fave.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, totally.
You never think about, like, my boss getting murdered, you know?
The way she said that. Oh my god, I love her.
Like, what are even the chances?
She's my fave.
That's like the odds of hitting the lotto.
She compares it to hitting the lotto. I love her. Please protect her at all costs. She's so dumb. Please protect her.
But I was kind of lucky, in a weird way. Some of my old friends hit me up asking about it, you know. Feels like we're old alumni or something.
I cannot.
She certainly found the bright side of this situation.
I'm dying. I love her,
Ota?
Ota.
Nah, I haven't seen him today. How is he?
The receptionist knows Ota too?
Ota happens to be the kind of otaku who actually has social skills.
Does he?
Those are the ones you have to watch out for.
Kinda.
Huh?
I would like to think I'm an otaku that has social skills. Just saying, okay?
Nothing. Anyway, could you give me a call if Ota shows up? I have my number here.
I took out my business card and handed it over to the receptionist.
Yeah, I got his number. I got his number.
Let us pray that the privilege will not be abused.
I was just gonna deny all the calls.
No, haven't heard anything about that yet. The VP might take over. We might get absorbed by another office. Just when I got a job, too. Man, what am I gonna do if this place closes up? So, anyway, tell me, Date, what kind of girls do you like?
Fluorescent shrimp, is that how you described her?
Yeah.
Because
fluorescent
I'm the
shrimp.
committed type, you know? Would you consider me a candidate?
Lithe. That's how I would
I was gonna
describe
say-
her body type. Lithe.
The committed type? I don't
Yeah.
know, girl. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Okay.
Well, we could go out sometime.
Wow, dude.
You disgust me.
Oh, my apologies. Never mind.
I mean, hey.
That's a receptionist sitting behind the desk. There's a receptionist with huge breasts sitting behind the desk. There's a receptionist with huge breasts sitting. There's a receptionist with huge breasts. Huge breasts. Breasts. There are huge breasts sitting behind the desk. Reception desk.
I mean, yeah, she does have great boobs. I get it, you know.
There's an abstract painting displayed on the wall.
This painting is called Hawaiian Dishes and Dark Demons.
You know, I can totally see it.
Which part is supposed to be a dish and which part is supposed to be a demon?
Yeah, I believe the abstract painting also gets a new description every time you come into the office. Into Lemnis Gate. There's an incomprehensible abstract painting displayed on the wall.
I mean, I can see it, bro. I mean, yeah. Totally.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, of course we know each other. We're like best friends.
Again, adulting stop saying you're best friends with like 12-year-olds.
Best
Best friends.
We hang out, we party.
we do not party.
Hey, hey.
She has one brain cell. She doesn't have two. She just has one. I love her.
The most likely scenario is that the final decision was made by the head of the company.
Renju.
You know what? I can see why you hired her. I would hire her too. She's fun.
Maybe he was feeling down bad after his divorce, you know?
I mean, and she's fun. You know, she's funny. I like her. I like her. She's a great time. I can't, never mind. I'm not saying that just in case. Never mind.
Mizuki, let's go. Staying here would be a waste.
Inside thoughts need to stay inside, you know?
Yeah. Where should we go next?
Golden Yokocho.
Is this it?
Yeah.
You know about this place?
Yeah. This is where I met Renshu for the first time.
Interesting. Didn't think this was your kind of spot.
This place is special. You can find all sorts of shady characters here. It's the best place for gathering information about a case. So that's why.
That is only a partial truth.
Shut up.
You don't know the whole
Huh?
story. She's a baby.
Let's head inside.
Where is everyone?
It's been like this for a while. Not many people come here anymore. Mama should be here soon, though.
Okay.
Mom.
Mama.
Wait, the way you said mama.
Mama. Mommy.
At 6:10 p.m. yesterday, on the outer circle of the Capital City Highway in Minato District, Tokyo, a traffic collision occurred involving 5 cars and at least 1 truck. MPD has arrested the driver of the truck suspected to be the cause of the accident for negligence. The investigation is ongoing.
Guess that's important.
A flyer. There are bottles lined up on the counter.
Who's texting?
Let's count them.
No, thank you. Hold on, somebody text me.
I don't get text messages.
I'm sorry. That sounds depressing. Oh, doesn't your dad send a dad joke every day?
Yes, this is true. 9 bottles. There are 9 bottles on the counter. Just kidding. There are 18.
Jeez, what the
That's
fuck?
how many there are. Let's count carefully. There are 18 bottles lined up on the counter.
What a dum-dum doo-doo head.
Bar counter.
So Hot Boy had a debate with some bro who like doesn't like Naruto.
I heard them say
Couldn't,
something
like-
about a nationalism take, and my thought was, if you had any take about nationalism other than nationalism bad, then I disagree with you, to put it mildly. It's
No,
a menu, it
he
has writing on
said-
the back.
The other dude's point was, which this is when it started, it already had been going downhill. His point was that Konoha was nationalistic and was promoting nationalism, which,
I mean,
to
yeah.
his point, I'm like, the Leaf Village was nationalistic, I would say, in the very beginning, you know, with like, I think all the villages were nationalistic, you know,
I mean,
because they were.
up until that ninja war, yeah, the entire
Yeah.
point is that all the villages were nationalistic.
Yeah.
That's the reason they came to, or it's not like the reason they fought each other, but it's the reason they were predisposed to fight each other in the first place. Is that nationalism as an ideology causes a society to build up military force. And each of those villages were militaristic.
Yeah, which is not what he said. He just said they're nationalistic, and hold on, that they're nationalistic, and that nationalism carries over into Boruto, which I'm like, no, because, which Hot Boy's trying to explain that no, because the countries are all the countries. The Leaf Villages are fucking whatever. The villages are working together at this point in the story. They're working together. They're not nationalistic to the point where they're building military forces against each other. And they're keeping secrets against each other. You know, everything's out all on the table, and they're working together in peace and harmony, you know?
Yeah,
And
I don't know much about Boruto, but I would be surprised if any of the villages developed a sort of a national identity in that sort of way. Nationalism, actively desired their country's sort of supremacy over each of the others.
And at this point, you know, they're fighting fucking aliens. So they're like, we're fighting fucking aliens, like we got bigger shit to worry about. You know, like
Yeah, I
we all
don't
gotta work
think
together to fight the fucking aliens.
yeah, I don't think
You know?
I don't think it would be called nationalism when you're fighting against aliens for your own survival, you know?
Yeah. And Hotboy was trying to say, like, I think, and the other guy was saying that, like, Naruto tells Boruto to, like, he has to endure, like, hardships, and for some reason that's nationalistic, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, he just wasn't explaining his points correctly, or accurately, or, like, wouldn't expand upon them, and Hotboy was like, you know, when you have, like,
I mean,
there are some, like, with the whole Wheel of Fire thing, like, Naruto took out the toxicity of the Wheel of Fire, basically, and kept in the positive parts of the Wheel of Fire. And, so there is nationalism, I guess, to an extent, but it's not, like, violent. And I'm like, both you guys don't know what nationalism means, and we need to, I'm like, define it. I'm like, spell nationalism and define it.
Hotboy himself probably is nationalistic. I wouldn't be
Well,
surprised.
Hotboy was getting he was defining patriotism, like being patriotic.
It's very close to nationalism. The nationalism extends outwards.
Yeah, to where like you want to harm other countries.
Patriotism is a manifestation of nationalism.
Yeah, but it's like, I love my country, I love my country's ideals, like, go America, I love America, you know, that's patriotism. And then, like, nationalism is like, I want,
It's the next step.
this country is getting in the way of my ideals, so, you know, we gotta fucking take you out, you know, like with Japan, you know, and the bombs.
Actually, it was.
Shit.
I think the difference can be adequately understood through a statement Hassan made one time after Netanyahu's recent address to Congress, which is that the reason you can tell that there's no genuine nationalistic sentiment in the United States of America is because we freely allow the leaders of foreign nations to come in and manipulate our political system to their own benefit and just allow that, and in some cases even cheer that on. If there was nationalistic sentiment in this country, the actions that and the sort of carte blanche freedom that the American government has given to Netanyahu would have caused like riots, outrage, potentially even attempted assassination on Netanyahu, you know, kind of deal. People would be there would be genuine outrage from the right side of the political spectrum against Netanyahu's control over the American government, as opposed to just the left-wing outrage.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And anyways, I guess like my whole point was just that this dude is trying to say that, like, you know, they're nationalistic, and I'm like, you don't know what nationalism means, so Yeah, but that's what I usually use. I mean, I find that men hate it the most when I'm like, spell it. Okay, can you spell it? Okay, if you can't spell it, then we're not going to talk about it. Okay, define it. If you can't define it, we're not talking about it either. So, yeah. I usually have to do that with you because half the time, the majority of the time, you know what you're talking about. So, you know.
Yes.
Man, I could use a drink.
No, you're driving.
Can't you just drive?
I thought Aiba drives.
Yeah.
Oh.
Indeed I can, but I refuse.
Why?
Nothing good comes of you being drunk.
There are bottles of alcohol on the shelf.
But yeah, and he was trying, like, he wasn't really understanding the nuance that Naruto, the story, tries to have. And he was claiming that Hot Boy was just making up headcanon. And he's like, I'm not talking about nuance, I'm talking about what's written on the page. I'm just like, okay, this, and so, Hot Boy was like, okay, well, I guess, we're just not on the same page
I
here
don't want
at
to
all.
get drunk. I just want to be sobriety impaired. Allow me to ruin your stupid joke before you say it.
Oh, damn.
That's not stupid.
But you know, Hot Boy does understand stories very well, you know, and
Even if you can't apply them to real life.
shh, we're giving him some credit. But like the guy, he's just like, he's very literal. He's so literal. If it's not on the page, it did not. If it's on the page, it did not happen. It is not true.
Reminds me of a certain someone from a podcast that you're a part of.
Him too. He sometimes doesn't understand nuance, okay? Like, that's why we fight about Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan has a lot of nuance in it, especially the ending. There are some things in Attack on Titan that's not executed super well. Has a lot of nuance in it. But when you look at the whole picture as a whole, it's like it's clearly trying to tell you something and you fuckers aren't getting it.
Beer tap.
But yeah, and so Hopper was trying to like, okay, well, let's go back to, well, what kind of stories do you like? He doesn't like One Piece. He doesn't like Bleach.
Well,
he
of
doesn't
course.
like
I mean,
Naruto.
if you're incapable of understanding nuance, you're not gonna like One Piece. Because let me tell you, One Piece. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say One Piece is nuanced most of the time, but like, I mean, it's got a lot of themes.
I mean, it doesn't hold your hand, you know?
And sometimes it holds your hand, but I mean, but sometimes it doesn't. Because when you think about how dense people are to some of the themes, because like,
I'm not in the One
when
Piece
you
community,
have
so I wouldn't
even
know.
when you have even like a modicum of understanding of global imperialist history, the text of Skypiea seems extraordinarily obvious to you. It's like,
Well, I
oh
mean, like,
yeah,
I
I
thought
get
it
it.
I mean, like, how I told you, I was like, well, yeah, this is totally obvious to me, and it's like, okay, like, I've heard this kind of theme 1,000 times, is because I'm Mexican, and, like, I understand the civil rights issues that Mexicans have gone through, because the like, the United States is like, oh, yeah, Mexico, y'all are a part of the United States, but no, we're gonna fucking take your land, you dirty Mexicans, so suck it, bitch. You can have citizenship, but you can't have your fucking land. And we're gonna count you as white people, but we're not gonna treat you like white people. And, so like, fucking get it. I fucking get it. It's understandable. But like, if you don't have that experience, you're not gonna fucking get it. You know?
Well, it's not just not having experience. It's just if you never learned it. Like some people just are really bad at connecting the dots. And I to be fair, I was bad at connecting the dots for a long time too. It wasn't until I like actually gave pause to politics and global history that I actually like think to connect the dots with the media that I'm consuming. And then I also think about how in Water 7.
Yeah, like I did think I called Ood and Conway uncultured the other day. So yeah,
And-
on the podcast, I'm like, y'all are just uncultured.
and then I think about Water 7 with Iceberg, where like the theme with him in particular is this idea that regardless of the intent of the creation, if that creation can or does bring harm to people, then the creator or the potential creator has like the responsibility to not create it in the first place, so to speak. So like with Frankie, with Cuddy Flam, he created all those weapons, and Iceberg warned him about them being weapons. And even though Frankie was using them to kill Sea Kings, that they were then used to kill people on the judicial ship and have Tom be executed, is something that Frankie should have been
Conscious of.
Yeah, conscientious of in his creations. And then with Nico Robin, he wants to kill Nico Robin before she's able to bring about like the end of the world in Pluton, just because she wants to learn history, because there is that potential for her to bring harm. He regardless of her personal intentions, he wants to stop her, but he fails to recognize that that's not good justification for taking that sort of action. Like, you think you're doing good, but in reality, you're serving no one but your own self-righteousness.
No. Yeah, I do think that's important.
But at the same time, it's not as though like his thought process doesn't have credence to it, obviously, and it's baked into him from his experience with Frank.
Yeah.
It was learned,
from, like trauma. Yeah. And that's why he couldn't do it in the end. You know, he couldn't kill her in the end. So.
Yeah, it's a refrigerator.
Hey Mizuki, you mind cleaning some of your stuff out of the fridge at home?
Not gonna happen.
How much stuff does she have in the fridge? She lives there too, bro. Man, I hate when people you live with are like, you have too much shit in the fridge. Like, bitch. Fuck you. Go get a mini fridge and put it in your room, okay? Fuck you. Share the fridge, okay?
A picture on the wall. It's a little odd.
Kind of sexy, you know? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and so he was trying to like figure out like what type of shows does he like, so I can kind of, you know, talk to him about the nuances of a show we can like that we both like, you know, kind of thing. And so we can like, you know, both kind of like agree on something basically. And I can see where he's coming from. Like, and he was like, no, why when you talk about a different show, we just need to stick Naruto. You know, like he just wasn't trying to get like where Hellboy was coming from. And but his favorite show is Beyblades.
Beyblade?
Yeah.
Let it rip?
Let it rip, bro.
How is that your favorite show?
He really likes Beyblade, and it's what he talks
so
about a lot.
wild.
I'm like, as soon as he said that, I was like, this man is neurodivergent.
What?
I knew it, man. He's neurodivergent.
There's so many series within that same sort of like aesthetic and genre that are more well beloved than Beyblade. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! And most of the seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh!
And Yu-Gi-Oh is so fucking good, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
And like,
I just think about it. I feel like people, I feel like people liking My Little Pony is less strange than people liking Beyblade.
I don't know any Beyblade fans.
Yeah, I don't. I guess I've never seen any significant amount of Beyblade, so I don't want to make any like sweeping claims about its quality. But at the same time, my not hearing anything about Beyblade almost itself kind of indicates its quality.
I mean, like, Beyblade, I think Beyblade, the anime came out when I was a kid. And it was like, you know, like, everybody had fucking Beyblades. It was, like, super popular, you know.
Yeah,
I just remember watching... I remember watching when I was a kid, and that was it. Like, I don't...
I think it might have come too little too late. In terms of its Western release. Because, like, part of the reason Yu-Gi-Oh! Gained the popularity it did is because it was, like, the first of that type of series that came out in the West. And it was good! Yes, it was good. It was a good series to adapt. But, like, all of the other, sort of toy brand series or card game series that came after it that were cripping off of it.
Same time.
In
the West.
I think wasn't Beyblade after?
It was after, but I think it was around the same
I mean,
time.
they were airing at the same time. That's for sure. Because
yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I mean. They were airing at the same time.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Having multiple seasons and, like, being as popular as it was gonna have reruns.
Yeah, because I could have sworn I remember, like, them even being, like, on the same network.
Yeah, Cartoon Network. But, like,
it was, like, Warner Brothers, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, same thing. I think Warner Brothers owns Cartoon Network.
Oh.
But, like, I believe a series like, say, Card Fight Vanguard being better than Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I believe somebody when they say that, even though I've never really seen Card Fight Vanguard. But it doesn't have nearly the same popularity because the timing of it is a combination of coming after Yu-Gi-Oh! And then that coming after Yu-Gi-Oh! Also being more dominantly in an area of internet and streaming as opposed to television. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was very much like right time in that regard, whereas airing in the early 2000s, when kids were still watching TV. Anything that came out after, like, 2010, forget about it.
Come out of... I mean, there were multiple seasons of Beyblades, though, for sure. Just like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, the popularity would have come as a consequence of, like, people half being forced to watch it because they had nothing else to do.
No, I mean, the toys were, like, super popular when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah, I think the toys were more popular than the show itself, though.
Probably. I mean, maybe.
Just because dueling spinny tops, I don't know, it's pretty fun, I guess. Then there's also Bakugan. Those were the little balls with the magnet on one end of them, and you roll them, and they would flip up.
2002.
They would open up. That would have been the original Japanese release, I imagine, 2002.
No, the original Japanese release was in 1999.
That's crazy. That's way earlier than I thought it was.
I fucking told you, bitch. How old was I in 2002? God, I'm fucking old. Hold on.
I was post 9/11.
I was 7, so yeah. I was like 7.
I think I'm just too young then.
Yeah, you were a wee baby.
I think I'm just too young. I came after Bakugan, or not Bakugan, Beyblade. I came after Beyblade would have been popular. Beyblade was just a lot more short-lived than Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, I mean, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has that, like, what is it, notoriety? Like,
I mean, maybe it just goes to show that Yu-Gi-Oh! Really is better, that it has that much more staying power.
Yeah, because I mean, like, yeah, Beyblade, the show, and, like, Beyblade had, like, tons of merch, and toys are, like, super popular, like, but they were both there, like, at the same time, I remember. I was like, I know I'm not having a Mandela effect. I was like, I know I remember this. So, yeah, because I had Beyblades, but, like, you know, I didn't really get into it. I like Barbies more. So, yeah. I like the Barbies, because I'm a girl. Okay?
That's not very bisexual of you.
I don't know.
The specials are written on the chalkboard.
I had dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. I was like the neurodivergent kid that was like, oh my god, this is this dinosaur, and this dinosaur was like around during this time, and like it ate this, and da 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 da. You know, it was that
But
kind of
did you
kid,
know that they
so.
were birds?
At that time, probably not.
Perk's head at the mention of Bakugan. I was born in May 2001. Dude, you're too young for Bakugan too. Like I'm only a year older than you, and I call it like the tail end of Bakugan on the television. It's only like a nascent memory in my mind. Never
Yeah,
watched
I'm
any of it.
yeah, I'm like 28, so you know, I was like pretty. It was a core memory. I'm just an old bitch. Okay?
Slippers and tomato soup. Specials are in on the chalkboard.
And I think mostly I like dinosaurs too, is because like where I live is like one of the most well-researched and place for dinosaurs in Texas. Like it has one of the most well-preserved dinosaur tracks and the longest dinosaur tracks in Texas. And so yeah, my parents used to take us there all the time.
There's a poster on the wall. The talented Mr. Dickley.
Dick. Is that what he's gonna say?
I wonder what that is.
He didn't say it? Damn. I figured he'd make a dick joke.
There's a poster on the wall.
He only makes boob jokes, I guess.
Hey, Date. What did you and Daddy used to talk about when you were here?
I don't remember a lot of it. I was usually drinking pretty hard.
Don't worry, I have everything recorded. In fact, the conversation about you taking care of Mizuki took place here, at Marble.
My god, that's so embarrassing. Having your every conversation recorded in your drunken moments, bro. No, thank you.
Really?
The topic was brought up several times afterward, but the first time was here. 4 years ago, after drinking enough liquid courage, Renju asked you to take care of Mizuki. At the time, Renju was recently divorced, buried in work at Lemniscate, and mentally unstable.
You just want to take care of your fucking kid. Like,
It was a
your kid's
display
more
of
important than your
excellent
job.
judgment. It was a good thing that he managed to swallow his pride.
I think
mean,
it's
it
good
was-
to recognize that, like, you're struggling, bro, and, like, but, I don't know, maybe you should have, slowed your work down a bit. Kids need their parents, bro. Now look at you, you dead. You bum.
You think so?
No
Sometimes
sympathy for the
I
dead.
don't think it was the right move.
You should have more confidence.
That's a good song, too. Good song by Escape to Fate. There's no sympathy for the dead. Yeah. Fucking good ass song.
I guarantee you that it was the best decision.
Let's hope so.
I mean, yeah, if
By
you
the
didn't
time
want to
when the
change
show
his...
started airing, and I know I watched it as a kid. I collected quite a few of the original toys, and I even have a couple CDs from the first season. Oh God, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What? Rude, bitch. Shut up.
Dude, who owns fucking DVDs of Bakugan?
He does?
Yeah.
Leave him alone. I bet a lot of people do. Fuck you. Don't worry, my dude. You're doing
that's something.
just fine.
That's something you would find in the bargain bin for $3.99.
You know, we would find you in the bargain bin for $3.99.
Yeah, I know. I know.
You know, I would take you home. It's fine. I would haggle though to get you down to $1.
No. And what do you mean by that?
Nothing. Just let me know when you're tired. You can go home anytime you want.
You aren't really worried about me, you just think I'm annoying, right?
God, that was a huge assumption.
Don't beat around the bush, just say it. But you know what? It wouldn't matter anyway because I'm not going home.
Angry 12-year-old energy. I love to see it, man.
I mean, he is
what?
kind of pestering her a little bit about like
Sat at a table
whether or not
together
she's
like
okay.
this. We haven't eaten dinner together in a while. After I finish working on this case, we should do it again.
Why? Because of what happened to my mom and daddy? I don't need that.
She really is like putting on this like tough girl persona when it's like, baby girl, I think you just need a hug.
I'd probably have the Accelerator CDs too. What the fuck is Accelerator? I had
don't know what that is
Highway
either.
35 World Race on VHS, but I lost it when I was a kid. What the fuck were you watching as a child?
Do you have like older siblings maybe?
Mizuki is like the living incarnation of a Sour Patch Kid.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, because like, I mean, I totally get this energy because like I was a 12-year-old once, you know, 12, 13-year-old once. But like, you know, she just needs a hug, bro. It's okay. You don't have to be tough all the time, okay? You can cry.
Date, this is where you need to take a stronger role as her guardian. Data suggests that children who eat alone are prone to mental imbalances and poor physical condition.
Is that true?
The meals you prepare do have sufficient nutritional content. However, you need to make sure that Mizuki is eating all of it. Otherwise, your effort is wasted.
Actual stuff for kids. Did you not like Hot Wheels growing up? I mean, there was some amount of Hot Wheels cars and or content that I consumed, but you did not mention Hot Wheels. You mentioned Acceleracers and Highway 35 World Race. I don't know what those are. Those movies also feature Kathleen Barr as the main villain. I don't know who Kathleen Barr is.
Are you?
I mean,
well, maybe he's not American. Maybe he's not American.
You know, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I just,
I
I know
where are you
that
from,
like,
my dude?
I just know that me as like a young adult as I currently am, and usually live on a different planet than most people. But like, I don't know. That feels like living on a different planet than most people. Is what I'm reading. I'm American. I live in Wisconsin. Maybe it's because you live in Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a different planet. Let's be real.
I just liked. Oh my!
All that cheese is getting to you.
Man, I fucking love cheese. I want cheese. It's so funny. I just like the typical anime shit. Like my nephew walked in with a Yu Yu Hakusho t-shirt, and then my niece walked in with like Inuyasha pants. I was like, oh my god, we're such fucking nerds, bro. Get out of here. Fucking nerds who race y'all.
I didn't mention it. I didn't mention it was Hot Wheels because most people know they are Hot Wheels.
Are you sure?
No, they don't.
I think no, bro. I think we just say Hot Wheels. We just say
Hot Wheels. when I saw for both of those things, but I think in particular for Highway 35 World Race, when I read that, I thought to myself, is that some just like really obscure anime?
I thought it was an anime too. I thought it was like a racing anime, maybe.
Because there were a lot of those like really obscure OVAs that were made in like the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah, like my sister watched a lot of those. Look, she's an 80s kid.
It's okay.
Is it?
Yup.
Oh my god.
Do you have a lot of friends?
It's such a weird conversation.
Yeah. But I don't really like my elementary school friends. They're too immature. I have more fun with Iris and Ota.
Baby girl, you're kind of immature too, okay? Like...
Okay, but Ota is immature.
Immature. You're just very mature for your age.
Ota is very immature. Iris is kind of immature as well.
Iris is just a weirdo.
Iris is kind of weird.
The kids at school are so stupid. They gossip about who had their first kiss for days. I don't see why that's anyone's business.
These grade schoolers move fast.
Nah, not really. It's pretty normal nowadays.
You haven't kissed anyone yet, have you?
No, I'm not interested in that.
He's like, thank God, one less thing to worry about. I gotta worry about her meals, and I have to worry about her kissing boys? Ew. Or girls. You know, I don't know her sexuality, okay.
Oh, thank God.
The only
I love how I can
obscure...
just...
What were you gonna say?
I said I just love how I can predict what he says. Okay.
Yeah. The only obscure racing show I've seen is the Speed Racer cartoon from the 60s, which thanks to Funimation and Sony, you can watch digitally. Yeah, that also has some very funny clips at times. You ever seen those Speed Racer clips?
No.
Oh, let me see if we can...
You're a speed racer. You ever gonna tell me when your birthday is, or no? Why? Do you not like birthday presents?
Look at those clouds up there. They're beautiful. And it's a perfect day for a drive.
Oh, Trixie, please stop talking. I'm trying to figure something out.
Oh.
Oh!
Rated teen.
Oh, fucking ad. Get the fuck out of here.
Can I guess? And will you tell me if I get it right?
No. I'll just say no to every single day.
Wars Outlaws, available August 30th.
Why, is it like on Halloween or something, so you hate it?
Trixie calling the Mach 5.
I'm in the middle of a race, Trixie. Don't talk to me now. Can't you wait till it's over?
Speed, listen to me. Eloise's brother Hap has got to win. Please let him.
Why should I let him win? I'm out to win myself. Now sign off and don't bother me.
But Hap must win so that he can pay for the doctors to make his sister well. And besides, Hap would then be hired to manage a big car factory. That would solve all their money problems. Please let him win, Speed.
It doesn't matter to me what his reasons are for wanting to win. I wouldn't be playing fair if I let him win the race on purpose.
But Speed!
I'll see you when the race is over, Trixie.
But Eloise is ill. They must have some money. Please let him win, Speed. Speed! Speed! Speed!
He's like, oh, fuck around, give a fuck.
Just... No, I think there's an element of it where, like, the clout would also increase the business of the other person, too. And so he would get dividends from that. No, these clips are not edited. Except for that last bit at the end. That was edited, like, to go to the end of the race, probably. But I don't... These are not edited, as far as I know. English dub crew was quite small, only featuring like 4 people or so. According to Peter Fernandez, the voice of Speed, they were paid $250 per script back then. I mean, it was probably a decent chunk of money back then. I'm sure it's not. I mean, it's out of context, sure. But like, that's the entire point, is that it's out of context.
I can never remember how to
it being out of context is what makes it funny, you know?
Citation, and you'll have a full
Unlike
citation
this fucking Grammarly commercial where they're fixing the grammar on a dissertation on the something in biology.
That was fast.
How come your birthday is? You're so annoying.
94% of students say Grammarly helps.
What if I wanted to get you a birthday gift?
I don't want to get Adblock Premium.
Now you'll get that job.
And from now on, there'll be enough money for the doctors to make you well again.
Oh my God.
I told you I had to win, Eloisa, and I did. And now everybody knows I'm a better racer than Speed, and our troubles are over. We'll never have to worry about anything again.
Weird.
This is weird. All right, I guess with the previous clip, it jump cut to like a different episode where he won the race, probably. It's just so fucking.
Spectrum Internet offers the fastest speeds
Wanna
in more
die!
neighborhoods than any
Nobody
other
likes
provider. With
Spectrum!
Spectrum Internet,
It's
you can
even
cover
worse than
all
the
your
other ads
bases with
because
the
nobody
most
likes.
reliable internet
Grammarly
speeds.
is useless because you should be a decent writer anyways, but Spectrum sucks!
Download speed plus free advanced Wi-Fi.
You suck.
But they're tricky, Speed. There's
Tell me when your
every
birthday
dirty
is.
trick they know to win. Do you think I'm afraid? Is that what you think about me? If you do, cut it out. I'm not scared.
No, Sparky! Sparky was only trying to think of what might be best for you.
You'll have to drive the Mach 5, Trixie. Now, don't be scared.
But I am!
This is no time to act like a girl, Trixie.
Okay.
Oh!
Sexist, but okay.
Okay! Oh!
We've got to bail out. Jump out, quick!
What the fuck? That was a very confusing parachute sequence.
He's going over that.
Well, that's quality animation. I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Alright, that's fun. That was fun.
I'm so mad.
I told you I don't want to.
Why not?
Because... I don't like how you hold chopsticks. It makes me sick.
Just to make an excuse.
Really now. People have always told me that I have good technique. Some even say it's beautiful.
Okay.
It's disgusting. Too clean.
Too clean?
Yeah.
Besides, there's no point in eating together.
Why is that?
Because you don't talk when you're eating. I don't like sitting in silence.
Well, we don't have to be quiet.
It's fine, I don't like hearing you talk either.
So which is it?
Oh, God. So hormonal.
I believe she has entered her teenage rebellion phase a year early.
This is gonna be rough.
You know, God help you. God be with you, sir.
Yeah. By the way, you'll notice that the ad density has significantly
Dante,
decreased
honey.
since last
Long
time.
no see.
And that's because it's no longer bad. So
Are her boobs a little
happy.
uneven?
Uneven? No, I think that's just
Or is
like
it just a ribbon that's throwing me off?
I think it's just the body posture.
Maybe. Could also be the ribbon.
Like
Hey, Mama,
I
how
don't
you
think
been?
they would intentionally design the boobs to be differently sized. Even if this
I mean,
is
one
like,
boob's
even if
always
this
bigger
is
than the
like
other.
a drag queen and or trans character.
Oh, tired and sore, but not in a fun way.
Watch the innuendo in front of the kid.
Oh, who is this?
At least the only
Renju's
streamer that I
daughter.
watch I'm subscribed to, so I don't have to see the ads anyways.
I'm only subscribed to this channel, so.
Well, and
I don't watch
you
Twitch.
also do it through Twitch Prime, so you don't even
Yep.
have to pay for it.
No. I don't watch
I
Twitch.
just only watch Hassan on Twitch, so
And I only watch Brittany Simon on YouTube. so
Hi,
yeah,
nice
so
to meet
only
you.
streamer. And I don't watch the other bros when they stream their Nuzlocke, so yeah. Sorry guys.
Oh,
they're not as fun.
It must have been hard. I saw on the news.
It's okay. Really.
Oh, it must have been so hard.
No.
Stupid Ren. What was he thinking, leaving his little girl like this? Oh.
I know the last bit of that dude screaming. I'm pretty sure that is Snake Oiler from the Most Dangerous Race arc. That clip was also featured in the Quality of YouTube, if I remember correctly.
Hey, Mama. I wanted to ask you some questions about Renju.
Oh. I guess crying isn't gonna solve the thing, is it? Go ahead, ask away. I'll help any way I can.
It's not. I was reacting to your chats quickly before, and if anything, I'm reacting a bit. You would. There's more of a delay than there was even like 5 minutes ago.
Not bad.
Hey, that's good. I want you to keep this place open as long as you can. It makes me feel sad and old when a place I used to visit closes down.
Well, then you should visit more often. I could hook you up in more ways than one.
Just the one way is fine, thanks.
But yeah, last time I was dropping like a significant amount of frames.
Oh yeah. Last time was a little rough. Now it's rough on my end. There are outages. I just looked at the map and on my
Last time I dropped like literally half of the frames. This time I've only dropped 2.5%. So we're
and
chilling.
then now my internet's crapping out.
we're being chilling.
I haven't seen him for a while. I thought I was going to shrivel up and die of boredom without you boys around.
Shrivel up? You look like a purple water balloon.
That's right. Care to give me a poke?
I love her.
Pass, thanks.
I'll give her a poke, baby.
Have you heard any rumors about Renju? Anything about grudges, disputes?
Is it okay to talk in front of Mizuki?
Yes, I want to be here.
Trust me, you couldn't drag her away.
If you say so. Apparently, Ren had some connections with the Kumakura gang.
A gang?
Yeah, real rough customers. This is their turf.
So Daddy was involved with gangsters.
Oh yeah, didn't somebody say that?
No, it was Mom. The mom was involved with gangsters.
Oh, okay. So they're both involved with gangsters? Like, wow, parents of the year, bro.
The mom of a
company
more
Shoko was
intense
running,
capacity.
Were they also tied to the Kumakuras?
Right, Mizuki is the one that said that. Because Shoko was actively scamming people. Renju
I don't know.
was obviously associated with the Kumakuras, but it was his own. He had his own successful business, so it was that was not scamming people. So it was probably in less of a significant capacity. I don't remember the details of it though. Mama's polishing a dried bonito fish. Part of her daily routine. Come to think of it, I have no idea why. I think I'll ask her one day when the time is right. Mama is polishing a dried bonito fish.
Hey, Date.
Ear tap.
You hear the one about the drunk ballerina?
No, what about her?
She quit the ballet because she was always more interested in tap.
She's so funny.
Gulp.
Yo, I could go for a drink too, I get it. But it's too late. Too late to drink, okay.
Too late to apologize. It's too late. My brother visited today, and for some reason, he just spontaneously had stuck in his head the Lonely Island song, Three-Way. It's not gay if it's in a three-way, it's not gay.
What? I've never heard that.
Oh, Mama. What are you doing back there?
Excuse you?
There's two guys and one girl. With two guys, ordinarily it's gay, but if you put a girl in between them, it's not gay anymore. Because it's in the three-way.
Oh, okay, you got it.
Oh God, we're going back to Kathleen Barr. Kathleen Barr is a Canadian VA. In the past, she did work for My Little Pony and Barbie movies. She was recently in the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic series. yes, always check the fridge for funny lines.
This
So
is a painting of Saint Sebastian.
what character did she play in Friendship is Magic?
Is this the same My Little Pony fan?
I
same
don't
girl?
remember. I'm not good at remembering our chatters.
Let me.
It's James Games 230.
Or does it happen to
She's-
be a new chatter
No, it's not.
that
It's
loves
not a
My
new
Little
chatter.
Pony?
No, it's not a new. It's not a new chatter. I know that much. No, she was Queen Chrysalis, Kathleen Barr. It's Chrysalis. She did a good job with Chrysalis.
Saint Sebastian.
Especially with the song that Chrysalis has during her episode. This is a good fucking song. Even if it was
On
ripping
January 20th, 288 AD,
the Scar
he was
song
martyred.
from Lion King.
This painting
Be prepared.
depicts his execution.
Damn, and I said that was sexy. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Jesus, I'm so sorry. Okay, I will apologize my prayers tonight.
Yeah, Aiba
That's not
just gave you a history lesson. Get wrecked,
Something wrong,
nerd.
Date? You're staring awful hard.
Nothing. Just caught my eye.
Why now, of all times? That's been hanging there for a while.
Really?
Yeah, it was a gift from Ren a while back. I've always had it there.
Which may have been inspired by her earlier roles like Galorum from Excel Racers, where she is the leader of a black and green robot army. Okay. Okay. Fried slipper
Fried?
with herbs.
Yeah.
Hanger on the wall.
You're a hanger on the wall.
The sofa. There's a table in front of the sofa. Surprised there weren't any jokes. A poster. One Flew Over the Cock's Nest. It sounds familiar, but I don't know what it is. A poster. I believe her villainous role of Verna in Barbie Fairytopia and Mermaidia also had a black and green color scheme, if I remember correctly. Are you sure you're not like a trans woman and you just don't know it yet?
Hey, maybe he's this. Don't know. Inappropriate. We don't guess our chatter's gender. Okay, that's where we're going. We don't tell our chatters what their gender are. That's inappropriate. You know, you are a dude bro. If you want to be a dude bro, you can be a dude bro. That's fine. Be a dude bro. Okay?
It's just
Have your special interest.
This guy's special interest is just Kathleen Barr. It's a specific voice actress.
And maybe Kathleen Barr is a hot babe. What does this bitch look like? I'm Googling her. I gotta know.
In the second game, whenever you click a sofa, you usually get a do re mi so fa joke. Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah. Fun one. I mean, to be fair, I didn't like think about the Hot Wheels interest prior to me saying that, so you know it. I was wrong, you know.
Yeah, Kathleen Barr is a hot babe.
Non-binary, it's actually a bit more accurate, you know. Joke.
Doesn't she do anime too, though?
Yes, I am impulsive. Yeah. I don't know, probably. These voice actresses, not just actresses, but actors. These voice actors, they'll take on roles from, like, any kind of series. I mean, I'm sure they have their preferences, but... And their typical job fare, but they'll they'll go for any type of medium where a voice actor
Oh
is
my
required.
god, she did what's Akiba Maid War? She did the Russian girl. Have you seen
Yeah,
Akiba Maid Wars?
yeah, but I watched it in Japanese.
Oh, bummer. I watched the dub. Yeah. Oh, she did Kaiju number 8. Okay, she's done a lot of anime. Okay, go good.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know which of the things I said that you're maybe I don't know about, but any one of them would be funny. By the way, I know about the Barbie movies because I watched them with my younger sister. Yeah, no, that make. I mean, it makes sense for you to have seen those movies. It doesn't make sense that you know so much about a specific voice actress that was in them and other series.
Hey, maybe he really likes her voice. Okay, there's some voice actors that I like religiously follow because they're hot. Okay.
Try to eat the string, Ignatius. Yeah, keep trying to eat it. Mizuki is curling up a little. Maybe she's intimidated by Mama.
Are you clicking it?
Ignatius is like on the space
Oh,
bar.
okay. Oh, okay. I was like, what is happening?
I'll get him off.
Ew.
What if I'm just being a judgmental prick? Hey, I'm
I
not...
told you you're being a judgmental asshole.
I'm not intending to be either of those things. I'm just having a little fun, right?
He's okay. You're having fun at somebody else's expense, though.
I don't know. It's only expensive to really like take offense.
You know what, Chatter? Don't
Gender
listen to
stuff.
Sour Lemon. He's an asshole. Okay. My name is Cam. Okay, you can listen to me. I think you're beautiful and wonderful, and you can like what you like. Okay. Okay. Glad we came to this agreement.
Yeah, I mean, at some fish pocket they served alcohol, but I've never been to a bar like this.
I'm not
Good
casting
dive
judgment.
bar.
I'm making
I would
observation.
hope not. You're in elementary school.
Well, Daddy invited me along
Okay.
sometimes, but I was
You know,
too shy to
yeah, I
go.
remember when I called you autistic? I was just making observations. Okay.
Okay.
Good call.
He says, okay.
I was planning on going one day when I was old enough to drink.
I mean, I have nothing against autistic people, so I have no reason to be like offended by that. I'll tell you
wanted
I'm
to go to a
not,
bar
but
with
like I
Daddy.
don't care.
No, you were kind of offended when everybody jumped you and called you autistic, okay? You were a little peeved. You're just neurodivergent. You're a little something something, you know?
It's only if people insist upon it. It's if there's an insistence upon the driving narrative rather it being like a one-off thing.
You know, like I said, just an observation. It's just kind of like, what category should I put you in? Like, what, it's just like a way of, like, describing people. You know, kind of like that one dude who kept messaging me. I'm like, I'm like, he has these type of characteristics, and where do I put him in? What box do I put him in? And I put him in the right box, you know? Like, you know? Just pop. You know? You just do that with people. Sometimes I just do it out loud.
I heard that shady characters hang out here. So who are you and how do you fit in?
No
I'm
one's
glad I
special.
didn't send him this this channel though, because he would recall him that.
I'm just a facilitator.
A facilitator?
People who come in here tend to have very specific interests. I help accommodate.
Oh, mommy?
Oh, okay.
You can accommodate me, Mom.
Mama's like, an informant.
That's right. And I won't charge you this time. Just promise to get the bastards who did this to Ren for me.
right? This is for Renju.
I promise.
Who asked that? I don't think she's scared of
Not
Mama.
really.
Oh, don't worry, honey. I don't bite. I'm only
She
aggressive when
wants
it
to
comes
play
to men
with the water
20
balloon.
through 65.
Only 20 through 65. That's a big age range.
20 through 65.
That is a big age range, but like, you know, don't knock it till you try it, I guess.
That's a pretty wide range.
Oh my god! Whoa. Do just all like 30-year-olds think the same? I'm so confused.
Gotta widen my net for a catch like you, Date, honey.
I mean, he's like... I don't want to say smack dab in the middle. He's on the lower end of that, actually.
Yeah, he's definitely
Yeah,
on the lower
you're
end.
totally in sync with Date. Wink, wink.
I think I'll ignore that one.
I mean, he is catch. He's very handsome, but he's just a weirdo. Like, he's great for like a one-time thing, and he's not good for a long-time partner. Okay, he's a
I don't know.
freak.
Maybe he's packing.
I'm sure he's packing, but like, not emotionally. Doesn't he have mental locks? Like, fuck that shit.
I mean,
No,
he is getting medicated by Aiba, so
Oh my god, and then you gotta deal with Aiba.
this is true.
Listen. No, thank you.
I
Yeah,
think I'll ignore it as well.
Date's already got one. All right.
Yeah,
She's living in
that's
his eye.
He is a married man. Okay.
It would be polyamorous.
Why is my mouse not working? Okay, there it goes. Okay, wait. Oh, we're stuck. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go.
Mizuki seems to be wary of Mama.
Why? Does she recognize? Did Mama do it? No, Mama. I love Mama.
I mean, she's a stranger. That's all.
I was like, not Mama. Mama couldn't do it. To be fair, Mama probably weighs more than 150 pounds. Okay.
Mama almost certainly weighs more than 150 pounds.
Well, there was the watch incident. I'm sure you remember that one.
Watch incident?
You don't remember? Your drunk ass spilled your beer on Ren's watch. Ren was furious, yelling about how this watch is more important than my life, or whatever. He blew up on you. That was the only time I've ever seen Ren that mad. That's why I remember it so well.
Was it this watch?
I pulled out the watch I had in my pocket. It was the one I found in the oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Yeah, that's it. Why do you have it?
Being an oil drum then if it's so important to him.
Was it at the scene? Ren was given that watch by his lover. It was an anniversary gift, I think.
Lover?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot Mizuki was here.
No, it's fine.
But of course, it wasn't an affair. This was all after he was divorced.
Daddy had a new lover.
He should have been busy taking care of his kid instead of shacking up with somebody. God. Again, I'm just biased to deadbeat dads, okay? What is up with my mousey mouse? Is it on? What is happening? Okay.
Sadly, Renju didn't have his shit straight. This is true.
It's true. My mouse is like, fucky.
You remember where it is?
Yeah, outside, right?
This is a small establishment that does not have its own restrooms.
Wait, you're leaving?
Oh, scared of me, huh?
No, it's just...
Mama, keep an eye on her.
Sure thing. Don't have too much fun in there.
Okay.
I gave her a nod and a wave and left.
Aiba, get boss on the line.
Got it.
What's up?
Mizuki is at a bar called Marble down in Golden Yokocho. Send someone over to pick her up.
She's not at the hospital?
Yeah, she snuck out.
LOL.
I took her along while I was doing some work, but I can't take her any further.
Understood. I'll send someone.
Counting on you, boss.
Are you going to leave Mizuki here?
Yes. I can't take her into a Yakuza den.
Bakura.
Who's this asshole?
You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
All right. Bye then.
Hey, Date!
What? Ugh, I hate dealing with these chumps.
Didn't you hear me?
Do you want to die, old man?
You bastard!
Sorry for the late introduction. I'm with the MPD.
A cop, huh? So, you want to explain what the fuck a cop is doing in...
I think we should exchange names before exchanging expletives.
I always find it amusing that they call him old man even though he's only 30. It's so true. He's only 30.
Look, everybody on Discord calls me old, so like, I fucking get it.
Right, but they're not on Discord. They're in real life.
They are in IRL, technically.
Name's MoMA, the Warhorse. Don't give a fuck what your name is.
All right, MoMA. I have a few things I want to ask you. What do you know about the new Cyclops Serial Killings? Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura had their left eye pulled out and were murdered. And I think you know something about it.
Saw it on the news. But we had nothing to do with it. Even if we did, we wouldn't spill to no cops.
Okay, I think I'm done. I'm getting sleepy.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Tab. Okay. And that means it's time to end the recording.
Yay.